Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO, Continuously Empowering Others. The Gram-A-Thon starts in 20 minutes, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got on here a little bit early. I had an excellent conversation with somebody I really highly respect, and we started this train of thought that I thought I wanted to jump on the Gold Rocks early. If you're watching via Facebook Live, you want to come over here to goldrocks.info. That's www.goldrocks, goldrocks.info, goldrocks.info. Also, the other website you want to pay attention to today for the Gram-A-Thon is www.gramathon.info. And on gramathon.info, there you can go and enter the number of grams that you saved today. And wow, the board is already going up. So let me go ahead and put my grams in here. But I want to talk to you about something before we get all into that, into the Gram-A-Thon festivities. So as I'm having the discussion with a friend of mine today, we began to discuss lifestyle and financing your lifestyle. So this is an awesome train of thought right here, is that we work to finance our lifestyles. Now, before I get started talking too much, I want you guys to type in the chat room if you agree with that statement, just off the basics, just the vague statement, we work for a lifestyle. And I'll sort of expound on that statement, but we work for our lifestyle. And you can kind of prove it, even if you don't totally feel like you agree with it. But I do want your honest answer, but you can kind of prove that we work for lifestyle. And I'll share that with you guys. So let me see, 12, 24. Okay, there we go. All right. When you have a job, and let's say you make $32,000 a year, okay? So you make $32,000 a year. You will notice that when you go to apply for an apartment, for an example, they will ask you how much you earn. I mean, this thing is, the way this is set up, I'm already getting too crunk and I gotta have to get off the stream for the Gram-A-Thon. But the way this whole system is set up, it is mind-blowing how much we're chained to our income. So you go to live somewhere, you're gonna pick an apartment based on your budget. So if you make $32,000 a year, I'm gonna use my calculator here. I'm gonna, best case scenario, I'm not gonna deduct any taxes. And let's say divide that by 12. So that means you've got $2,666 to work with. You're probably gonna live in an apartment for around $1,000 to $1,500 because you wanna live better. You feel like you moved out of your parents' house, you know, when you were working at McDonald's and you were only making $7 an hour, you're making $20,000 a year. And let's say you move out early, you get an apartment, you're gonna get this little apartment that's $600 a month. But when you start making 32 to 40,000, you're gonna get an apartment from 1,000 to 1,500 a month. You go get one of those high-end lofts down in Atlanta, and they're $2,500 to $3,000 a month because now you've got a $70,000 to $80,000 a year job. Notice that when your salary goes up, your lifestyle goes up right behind it. You don't feel satisfied anymore with your little Ford Fiesta. You go and get you a Toyota Camry. Your car note goes up. So when your car note goes up, your insurance goes up. Now, I like what Azana said, somewhat depends on, we choose the lifestyle. And that's right. If you're smart, great point, Azana. If you're smart, you live below your income enough so that you can build some wealth. But even when you live below your obvious net worth and try to save more, you're still living based on what you earn. In other words, if you weren't earning anything, you're not gonna go get an apartment at all because you wouldn't qualify. So the system, I'm gonna read exactly what Fonz Chisholm said, the system is set up for us to live paycheck to paycheck, regardless of the pay. And that is so amazing. It's true. And so as I'm talking to my friend, he says, when you get a job and you have a salary, your lifestyle is going to be somewhere in a range based on your salary. You're going to get a car commensurate with your lifestyle, with your income. And the reason is, it's not a bad thing. It's called refinement. Refinement. Notice when you don't have a lot of money, you eat ramen noodles. But when you start getting more money, you'll go to Waffle House and get you a sirloin. And then when you start making a lot of money, you'll go anywhere and get the top of the line, Chateaubriand, filet mignon. You don't really think about the price anymore because you're making the money. The money's just coming in. So you're just like, okay, I'm gonna eat that. You read the menu from left to right like it was designed to be read, instead of looking at the price and looking back to the left to see if you can eat it, right? You don't look price first. You find what you, sometimes the wealthy people go in a restaurant, they don't even look at a menu at all. They come right out the gate, you know, and they say, hey, do you have Chateaubriand here? Yes, I want it medium well. I want it medium. They don't ask for a menu. They don't even look at the menu. They come there knowing that this 5-star, 3-star restaurant has quality food and they're ready to eat. They're not going in counting, you know, they don't go in, they take a date and their date says, I want a ribeye, and they go looking at the menu like, looking at the menu like, oh, how much is a ribeye? And then if your date says they want a ribeye, now you start looking for the cheapest. I just want a salad. I ain't really that hungry. So you start saving your meal. You cut your budget on your meal because you don't want to feel like you can't pay for your meal and your date's meal, right? So your income will determine your lifestyle in large part, even if, as Azana said, you're watching your budget and maybe you end up on the low end of the scale of lifestyle. You're still based on your income, because when your income goes up, that low end goes up right along with it. It's commensurate with your salary. So as we're having this discussion, the point came out is, if you are working a job, no matter how much you make, you're financing your lifestyle, and you got to keep working for the rest of your life to stay at that lifestyle, because if you quit, your lifestyle didn't go down. It stayed where you left it when you quit working. So that lifestyle is still there and there's no income to support it. And depending on how much reserves you have, you got to pay for that lifestyle on that reserve until you die. And that's why people end up in 60 and 70 years old going back to work. And they end up downsizing their lifestyle, going back to work so they can pay their bills until they die. So what's the solution? What's the solution? The solution is residual income. See, there are 3 things that every human being has to overcome in their lives. No matter who you are, no matter how much money you make, you have 3 things you've got to overcome. You've got to find a way to make money while you sleep without your physical effort. That's residual income. You've got to figure out how to overcome taxation, because you're going to get taxed. And we shouldn't be getting taxed on our salaries, on our labor, but somehow they came up with the secret constitution that allows them to tax us on our labor. And you can't fight them or they'll put you in jail. So that's a catch for the people that say, you know, USA is the best country in the world. It probably is, but we got some stuff we need to fix, right? We're getting taxed on our labor, and then the tax is not going to pay for services. Contrary to what you might believe, it's not paying for social safety nets, it's paying for wars. We're in perpetual war. We've been in perpetual war for 100 years. We're stationed in 74 countries of the world. So you're paying taxes to fund the military industrial complex, and the military contractors are getting rich off our tax dollars, right? The luxury tax should pay for the entitlements, but we got it all backwards. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to have it right now. But you got to overcome taxation. And then you got to overcome the third one, which is also taxation. They just don't call it taxation. It's called inflation. You got to overcome inflation. And inflation just means that the price to live is going up higher and higher. My wife and I were talking about this the other day about our kids. Our kids, daughter's in college, and my oldest daughter is in the military, and she's getting her doctorate. And back in the day when we were their age, you could have one person working in the family and take care of the whole family because prices were so much lower. Income was here, prices were here. Here it is 30, 40 years later, income went up a little bit, but prices went up a lot. So inflation deteriorated and eroded your wealth because you're getting paid in an inflation-prone currency and you're trading time for it. So you got older, your income didn't go up, but the bills kept going up and the price of goods and services going up. So now two people have to work to pay for the same things that one person used to pay for. And so our kids don't stand a chance. They're working their butts off. They're studying their butts off. They're making good grades and working hard. And they don't have part-time little jobs like we used to have. Man, when I was 15, I used to shine shoes. And I could make enough money to go to the movies and put gas in my cousin's car and we go get hot dogs at the drive-in. I mean, we had a ball on pennies. Go get a ticket to the high school football game. We had a ball. Now our kids, man, you give them $100, they blew through that in like a day and a half. They put gas in the car and half of it's gone. Inflation has completely destroyed the wealth of the common American, of the average American. So what's the solution? The solution is Carrot Bars International. It's not, I used to say it's networking and it's carrot because it removes the risk for people that play in the markets. Like they thought the markets would be up today. I haven't looked in a while, but I think the market started up and went back down. Well, you say, well, I'm not in the market. Well, yes, you are. Because if you have a retirement, Dow pairs sharp losses after Trump says trade deal with China is closer. All right, so the markets, oh yeah, they lost 149 points today after some gains yesterday. They lost all of yesterday's gains. So you can play in the market and you can run the risk. Even if you're a day trader and you're playing the ups and downs, you're still running a risk of loss. Now, risk of loss is not a bad thing if you're trying to take profits out of the market. But what about your retirement? You want to be taking profits the rest of your life? You want to risk your retirement in the market? I don't think so. So, but what's the alternative? The alternative is simply to save in physical gold. That's what we do at Carrot Bars. That's what this Gram-A-Thon coming up in 8 minutes is about. So I got to talk faster. You take your depreciating currency and you exchange it as fast as possible in a systematic approach, and you transfer currency to gold. And that gold, when I got in Carrot Bars, was $1,100 an ounce. Today is $1,230 something. My wealth went up. I took the dollars that were depreciating, turned it into gold, and stopped inflation in its tracks. So that handles inflation. That's why I say Carrot Bars, because we've got a product that is durable money. It's a durable store of wealth and value. So put it in gold. Now I stopped inflation. Well, what about taxation? This referral is a business, and I get the business deductions like a major corporation. So I stopped taxation. And then what about residual income? Well, because I've referred lots of people and my team continues to grow, it creates, so we earn commissions residually when people save. Now, we don't have to sell a product and hope that we have enough sales to earn commissions, because we've taught thousands of people to stop saving paper. Now they're addicted to saving gold. And because they save, we get paid. We don't get paid to sell, and they don't have to buy. They have to exchange cash to gold, and because they save, we get paid. So we don't have to worry about what would our sales like, because it's common sense to save gold. And when that light turns on, you can't turn it off. I'll never save in paper ever again. Now maybe create an emergency fund in cash so you're liquid, but my savings is gold. And that is brilliant. No other company, that's why I'm not going to say networking. I'm going to say Carrot Bars networking is the solution, right? And so finally this, if you're working to support your lifestyle, look for a way to get back with one of these people on this live stream, or come on over to goldrocks.info. Right now, we're having our Gram-A-Thon starting in 5 minutes, and learn how to save your money in gold and increase your income by referrals. And guys, this thing is amazing. So now you're financing your lifestyle with residual income that's creating a durable savings in physical gold, and you're getting the tax deductions that increases the disparity between what things cost and what you're earning, and it doesn't take your time to earn it. You're earning this huge disparity without any effort on your part once you've got it launched, and now you can save more and more, and your gold is going up even more, and your mindset is changing, so you're spending less and less, where your bills can't even see your income. Your income is so far above your bills until they're never acquainted again. That's the goal in life. So I'm gonna stay right here on goldrocks.info. But for those of you who have been looking for a way to take some of the money you earn, whatever you do, look, if you're a day trader, you trade stocks and bonds and Forex or whatever you do. I signed up a new business partner from Brazil yesterday, and he's a very successful Forex trader. All right, so I said, great. He said, he called me. He said, I watched your YouTube video and I want to put some of my earnings into gold. What do I do? I said, do you want to just save gold or you want to make some money too? He said, I want to make money too. Put your earnings in gold and refer others of your traders to do the same. He said, yes. And now he's doing that. This is brilliant. If you're a school teacher and not making enough, find a way to take a small percentage, put it in gold, and refer a few other teachers and start earning more cash, so you can offset that debt, and now you make more cash, and all of a sudden you have options as to whether you want to keep teaching. If you're a preacher, if you're a musician like I am, if you're a surgeon, whatever you do, a lawyer, when you get paid, what are you going to do with the money? You're going to move it into an appreciating asset. So I'm going to stay right here on live stream. We're going to go ahead and jump into our Gram-A-Thon. People are starting to log in. Let me see if I have any of our leaders on here, and I'll go ahead and pull them over. Okay, so the websites, one more time, is www.gramathon.info. And that's where you go and update how much gold you've saved. And we will be updating the big board every 30 minutes on the hour, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and show you that big board. I think I'm a little bit early. Yep, we've got 5 minutes before the Gram-A-Thon actually starts, but this is what we're doing. So you can see on the board here, the gold starts to fill up the big board, and we're replacing this cash with physical gold. And every time somebody saves a gram, they fill out this order form and put their username in so we can verify it. And it goes on this big board who the gold savers are and how many grams they saved. And this is amazing. Notice you see 3,000 grams, 3,000, 2,264. These are real numbers, guys, because people are getting large packages in their grams, in their gold savings, and they're moving it to our gold-backed cryptocurrency. And no, if you don't know about carrot bars, that's going to be a little bit over your head. Don't worry about it. Get back with one of these people on this live stream, and they will share with you how to get started saving, turning your cash into gold, and then referring others to earn more money in your spare time. All right, so I'm going to leave the live stream on for now. You guys can go ahead and share this out. Boris said, how do I change my gold into cash gold? Oh, into cash gold. Okay, great question, Boris. You can't move your gold into cash gold. You've got to keep it in classic gold. I see Kevin Thompson. I'm going to go ahead and move him over to the moderator's platform. Mr. Thompson, I'm moving you over. And I might show something, Boris, on that in a second if I can figure out how to do it in a compliant way that I'm not disclosing anything that's not supposed to be disclosed. So if you stand by for a second, I may be able to do that. All right. Yeah, I can show you. I'll show you this, Boris. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a live demonstration of gold to cash gold and gold to Kevin, I tried to pull you over right there. It didn't come over. Okay, I think I did it that time. There we go. There we go. Got my business partner, Kevin Thompson, and I'm going to do it slow. Since we got 5 minutes, Kevin, I'm going to take my time and do a live transfer online right here, okay? And I'm going to do it with maybe some tenths of a gram, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how this works. So let me let me share my screen. How you doing today, big brother?
Oh, man, I'm doing fantastic, Coach. I'm doing fantastic.
All right, the first thing I want to show him, Kevin, is the system of acquiring gold. So guys, you can see my screen here. This is in real time. You can see my name here, Michael. You can see today's date, November 2nd, 2018, and the time. This is real time, all right? And you can see here saying your gold, and what this is showing you is gold that you earned for free through a system. Now, I know people, they say, well, I can get cheaper gold. Well, a couple of things that's astounding right now in Carat Bars, probably gonna get Kevin Thompson screaming right now. You can't get gold cheaper. That argument is done, all right? The price of a gram of cash gold at Carat Bars is equivalent to a gram of gold anywhere else in the market. You might save 5 or 10 cents. You might be 5 or 10 cents more or less, but that argument is done, okay? It's done. Now, what I want you to see is the grams of gold you see there, they were earned for free through commissions or through incentive. You notice that 5 grams, 5 free grams, and these I didn't pay for those. I no longer exchange for gold out of my pocket. It all comes free through this system of acquisition. So Boris, these 82 grams, I can't convert those to cash gold. You see here, my cash gold is showing 0. Now, but if I go to my Carat Pay Load e-wallet, let's see if I've got some cash gold in my e-wallet. I don't think I do, and I hope okay, so 0, I've got 0.05 grams of cash gold in my e-wallet. So what I want to do is I want to get some cash gold. So I will go to purchase product. Now let me take a quick little pause there as people start to flock in here to the Gram-A-Thon. I'm seeing them popping in. Guys, this beautiful, amazing software system, Kevin, how much does this software system cost us?
Free 99.
Free 99. There's no cost. I've got about 6 websites that I didn't pay $1 for, and it doesn't cost me $1. My business is free. You know, there's some really good networking companies out here, and they've got these little, before I got in Carat Bars, I was satisfied with it. I even owned my own networking company. My wife and I started our own company in 2011, and we charged our affiliates a simple, Brother Kevin, can you send Jamil the Zoom number? We charged our affiliates $25 a month. We tried to keep it as low as possible, but we had some extenuating expenses. So like every single networking company in the world, it costs you something per month. They either call it an auto shipment or a monthly fee or a website or web hosting fee. They charge you something every single month. But Carat Bars doesn't. We joined for free and we have no monthly payments, period. I mean, I could show you 5 websites, my Carat Pay, I can show you my Carat K Exchange, my Carat Bars, my Carat Gold, my Carat Bank, all my websites I have access to 24/7 with my sign-in and passwords, totally secure, but I have no expenses and I'll never have any expenses. It's as free as Facebook, freer, because they're not selling, Carat Bars is not selling my information to advertisers. I mean, it's free for real. You want to say something about that, Mr. Thompson? Did I fire you up?
Man, I mean, I was already lit, as if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, didn't already know. But I mean, you throwing gas on me. I mean, folks just don't understand, man. I mean, literally as a business owner, most people don't know I'm already a franchise owner here in the DC market. And as a franchise owner, man, I got a software package that just monitors my employees when they come in and check in, to monitor their time. Say, okay, 5 o'clock they checked in, 9 o'clock they checked out. And at the end of the week, I tally that, hit a button, and literally the computer, the software does everything. I hit a button, it tallies it, send it off to the accounting space. They generate the checks, but guess what? I paid $300 plus $350 some a month for that software package. And the software does all the work.
Because it costs. Because it truly costs. There is a hard cost to one of my business partners. I think he's on this platform, and he can jump in here and talk about this if he'd like. Rodney Berger, he does all the IT for our team, and he will tell you this. Kevin, this is astounding, and I'm gonna get back to the example over here. But Rodney will tell you that our team website cost us, the leaders, money.
Right.
I mean, just to do the free stuff we do, it doesn't do all the tracking your organization to infinity.
I got one better than that,
It's just a static website.
I got one better than that, Coach. Go get you a domain name off GoDaddy.
Right.
Come on.
Even a GoDaddy is $5 or $10, $15 a year. This multi-million-dollar software that tracks it, Kevin, I think I lit myself up, man. This software right here that tracks. And then look, my wife has 5 or 6 websites. I mean, in this household, we probably got 10, 15 websites from Carrot Bars that cost us absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
That alone, you should sign up for the websites. Man. So anyway.
Real-time tracking.
Go down that rabbit trail, didn't you, Mr. Delco?
I know. I took myself down a rabbit hole.
And here's this guy. When I called Mr. Delco, I said, Mr. Delco, we have to upgrade our server. It's this much a month. He goes, oh man, that's too much.
Right. Right. It does. Every little thing we add, when Mr. Berger wants to add a plug-in to track this or to add that or help us do this, he says, man, it's going to be, $13 more a month. The IT, the cyber world, they charge you for air. They charge for space. They charge for space. And so Carrot Bars doesn't, my organization, when I had 10 people, it was free. 100 people, it was free. 1,000 people, it was free. 10,000, it was free. They don't charge me for the space. Man, I gotta see. You got me fired up, Mr. Delco. You know how powerful that is. I do.
Like back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, you were able to buy a software package that would have a license that was good for a year. And then in that year time, you would get free upgrades or whatever. Then they starting to realize, now companies are changing it to where you pay monthly or pay the monthly subscription every year, however which way you want, but you have to pay on a regular basis.
Right.
They realize, here comes Carrot Bars. You register for the free website, the free back office, and not once do they come back and say, oh, you owe us $50 a month for using this service. Never. That's powerful.
Oh my goodness.
You and I know how complicated these systems are now that they've added, carrotgold.sg, they've added the Carrot-Bit website. All this is what, guys? Free. And it's for us to change the world. All right, I'm going to turn the microphone off because you're going to get me in trouble. Back to you, Mr.
And look, and I didn't really mean to go down that rabbit hole, but as I'm trying to show this to Boris Boutimbe, Boris is in Brussels, Belgium. Boris is on our team. Now, how did Boris in Belgium get on our team? Now, here goes another rabbit hole. I apologize, but this is good. How did Boris in Belgium get on our team? Well, I sponsored a lady in Pittsburgh named Kamaya Israel, and Kamaya sponsored Boris over Facebook. And Boris is starting to build his team. So he said, well, how do you turn your gold into cash gold? And I'm showing him that you can't do that per se. But what you can do is you can go take you've got a MasterCard. We've got our own custom branded MasterCard. And it's got some funds on it. I already, withdrew funds, but I left some on there. And I'm going to go to my free website. I'm going to click on Carrot Pay Cash Go. And I'm just going to get a little bit. Look here, €4. That's about $5.30. And you can get you some gold. So anybody who says they can't afford to save, they're not really opening their mind to the potential. Oh, I need some more help on this platform. Who can I go find? I'm losing it.
Bill's ready.
There's Minister Jamil. All right, let me let him get in. Let me see if Ty Best is on here yet. Okay, he's not on here yet. All right, so Minister Jamil is coming in. I need a little help here because I'm already in Carrot Bars. I'm already in. I'm about to recruit myself right here. This is so good. All right. Those of you who have never been able to save money, it's because you didn't have a system of savings. So you can't just have a savings account. You've got to have a systematic approach. You need a savings plan, just like you have a spending plan. You're like, what do you mean a spending plan? It's called light bill, gas bill, water bill, mortgage, car note, insurance, daycare, life insurance. You have systematic bills. They send you an invoice every month like clockwork. Cell phone bill, internet, cable TV. It's a bill. It's a bill. And they do it to addict you to paying bills.
Man,
so we that. Like, and let me give you one more. I'm firing myself up so much today. I need to calm down.
Get lit.
Here's another link to the addiction. It's called the credit score. Well, you talk about a Jedi mind trick, Mr. Jamil. The credit score is one of the most diabolical schemes ever perpetrated upon mankind. Why? Because first of all, it's fake. It's fake. The whole premise about how they score you is completely fake. They make you get in debt to get a score in the first place.
Right.
You gotta get in debt to acquire a score. Why don't they start us at 815 and let us lose credibility?
Yeah.
They start us at nothing and make us gain credibility only if you get in debt. What kind of system is that? That is ridiculous.
Mr. Delco.
That is so dirty. Delco. Go ahead, man.
You know, I was nice and calm before I got on this call, and you got me fired up already. Talking about the computer stuff. Now we're talking about this. Listen, in 2012, I was going to go get my wife a car because she had a little bender with a car that we had for 15 years that were paid for. We had no car debt, Mr. Delco, none. I had no credit card debt, nothing. I had debt, but I had no debt that was current, okay? I went through a lot of trouble just to get a loan back. This is before Carrot Bars, okay, in 2012. I had trouble getting a loan because I had no credit history because I used cash for everything. So I had to go get a stupid credit card just to start building a little, credit history. And they gave me 11% interest on a car, 11% because I had no history. It's a scam. And you're right, Mr. Delco. It is a scam. So if you have no history, they won't work with you. Right. Thank you for firing me up, Mr. Delco. We have a debt-free system. Listen, I was speaking to a new business partner earlier. I said, that's the system that we have here is to get us out of the system of debt into the system of wealth. Back to you, sir. And I'm going to get ready to give you guys a tally in just a minute for the 3 o'clock tally. So give me just a minute.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Burke.
and go ahead, Mr. Jamil. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this example, but I know you're burning up. So go ahead, Giovanni. I sent you a text. Go ahead, Mr. Jamil.
I'm here to hear the end of that example, Mr. Delco, because like Mr. Berger, I had the same situation. The situation where I paid for things in cash, honored my word wherever possible, but when it came to purchases in the system of debt, they want you to already be addicted to debt when you arrive at the door. They want you to be
exactly.
Because just like any good crack house, like any good shooting gallery, they don't want you to be a stranger when you show up at the door when they move the cubby hole. They want to see that you're a stone cold junkie when you get there. I'm telling you, I don't want to be a junkie anymore. And we're breaking the bounds. We're breaking those binds between debt slavery and your own life. You got to break yourself free of debt slavery. And
break yourself, fool.
I'm interested to
I love Gram-A-Thons because we kind of like let our hair down, man, and let it all hang out. But bro, I'm telling you guys, when you're free, you get to sit around and think of this stuff, guys. And I'm telling you, it's life-changing when you can actually think about all the things that we put up with because we were trained to do it in our culture.
Man.
All right. We were trained to do this and put up with this stuff in our culture. We're culturally indoctrinated to lose. Oh my gosh. We're culturally indoctrinated to lose. And it's, I don't think it's nefarious. When the Industrial Revolution came and we were at World War II, we needed people building tanks and rockets and missiles and bullets and guns. And so people were flocked into the factories. We needed obedient factory workers. Everything started with the school system, teaching people to sit in straight rows. I talked to my daughter at length for about an hour because she's heavily a doctorate, really believes in the school system. And I don't want to tell her not to. She's done a lot in her life. But I'm telling you guys, I out-earned my daughter, okay? The stuff I learned in college, I'm using absolutely none of it. None of it.
Zero.
And I'm not a part of the debt system. I'm a part of the freedom system. See, paper dollars are debt. How do you know that? Because the people who print them on their website, they call it debt. You don't have to be deep to get this. Go seek the definition. The Federal Reserve says the biggest expense on their balance sheet is United States debt notes. Federal Reserve notes, they're debt. Every single bill that you have in your pocket represents taxation. And if you don't believe it, hold on to it for 10 years and see if it buys in 10 years. What did it buy today? It's going to be, it's going to look the same. It's going to still have a 10 on it. It's going to still have that dead president's picture on it. But when you go to buy a gallon of gas, it's going to only get 1 gallon instead of 2.5 right now because it is a debt note. So who are we paying? Who do we owe? We owe the Federal Reserve banking system. They're getting dividends. It's a private owned. I don't care about that right now. Okay. Anyway, back to this. So you can afford to save. So I'm going to add. Let me see. Let me add some tenths of a gram of gold here. Let me get a nice even number. Let's do 20. That'll be good. 20 euro worth of gold. I'm going to add that to my cart. And then there it is in my cart. I'll view cart. Now, I want to talk to you guys as I process through this slowly. I am acquiring gold, and I'm never going to touch a credit card. I'm never going to use a paper dollar. I am using fiat currency that I earned inside the Karatbars universe. I'm never going to come outside the universe, and I'm going to acquire physical gold right now. All right? I'm going to click checkout. I'm still in the universe. Notice I have not come off this page. And here it goes. It's going to give me some options. I'm going to check the money laundering, that I'm not laundering money. And I'm going to click next. I'm going to click next. Oh, there we go. And then it gives me options. I can do a bank wire transfer. I can do my Karatbars prepaid MasterCard, or I can do another credit card or Bitcoin or some other debit card. I'm going to stay in the universe. I'm not going to come out here and play in the global markets. I'm going to play in Karatbars universe. I'm never leaving universe.
That's right.
Say it again.
Don't want to give them the fees. Give us the fees.
No, yeah, I'm going to keep it.
Back to you. Pay yourself, coach.
And Kevin, I got something real big right here. This is real big.
Come on with it. Come on.
All All right, I'm gonna click pay now, but y'all gotta keep your eyes on the screen because if you blink, you're gonna miss something. All right, so I click pay now, but I'm not really paying because I didn't leave my desk. I didn't leave the website, right? I'm staying inside and look what it says.
Bam!
Order confirmation. Does anybody see any fees?
Man!
No fees. So when you say you can get gold cheaper, I didn't get in my car. I didn't spend any gas money. I didn't go down and look at the gold. No, right here from my desk, I acquired 4/10 of a gram of gold, 5/10 of a gram of gold for free with no fees. Why anybody would not do this?
I got 5 on it.
No minimum. That's right. Mr. Berger just said something, and I just got an email. Watch this. I'm full disclosure. I just got an email that somebody in my organization just got gold. Well, guess who that somebody was? It was me. I got it in my business account, so I got paid on my own gold.
Wait, you get paid on your own?
I got paid on my own gold.
All right, here we go. Excuse me, y'all.
I got paid on my own gold. Now watch this, Boris. So now I can go to load e-wallet on my free website that doesn't cost me anything with all this high-powered technology that I'm paying nothing for. I can go to load e-wallet and there's those half a gram of gold. I can put it in my e-wallet. I click submit and it moves it to my e-wallet. Now it's digital gold. I can take physical possession or I can use it in my CarrotPay account that's also free to use that I got for free. It's loaded successfully and I can buy cryptocurrency with that gold. Now, guys, before you get it too twisted, if I wanted physical possession, here it is.
Hey!
That's a 1/10 of a gram cash gold bill in an indestructible polymer note that's fireproof. That's our global e-commerce system. You talk about quality. Guys, look at this. And I operate in this space and it doesn't cost me $1. Not $1.
Hey, Coach, can you bring Brian in?
Absolutely.
Hey, Mr. Delco, let me give you guys a quick, let's get the 3 o'clock total so we know what we're working with here today.
Let's do it. Can you control the board, Mr. Berger?
Yeah, let me share the screen.
Board.
All right, so Brother Jamil, since I know you guys are going back and forth, I have to step away between 3:45 and I'll be back about 4:30. And I'll keep my stuff up here, but I'll have to come back and give you the report again at 4:30. So I'm going to give you a report now and a report at 3:45, and then I'll be back at 4:30, and we'll do it every half an hour. Sounds good?
So we're ready for it.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Where's my share? There we go. You guys are amazing. I have to tell you this. I love Wealth Builders Worldwide. You guys make me cry almost every day. All right, guys, we started off at 3 o'clock with 527 grams of gold. 500 yesterday at 3 o'clock. How about that, guys? Isn't that powerful?
Yes,
love it.
All right. So call me back at 3:45. I'll give you an update for the 3:45, and then we'll get back on the half an hour schedule at 4:30. All right?
Yes, sir. That sounds good.
Guys, back to you. And this is amazing. I'm excited. I got to get me my gram. So give me a minute. I'm going to get me some gold too.
Be safe out there, brother.
Hey, Minister Jamil, before I kick it over to you to talk to us a little bit about why we're doing the Gram-A-Thon, to kind of detail what the Gram-A-Thon is all about, and then you can kick it over to Mr. Battle. I want to show you guys one more thing that's completely ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can I do that?
Please.
All right. So in the Karatbars universe, we share with other people how to save gold, and we get paid for referrals. While we're doing it, you guys just saw me get gold in my business account. That was how many minutes ago, Mr. Thompson?
3 minutes. 3 to 5
3
minutes.
minutes ago? 5 minutes ago. I want to show you guys how much people are learning about this dynamic system. Now, my business account is called I Can. Here it is, way down here. Way down here. Look how many transactions happen. Look, there's a payout even. I earned $100 doing nothing. Look how many transactions occurred in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Simply by saving gold for myself, I've told other people they're saving like crazy. They're not thinking about me. And they're referring other people who are referring other people who are referring other people.
Was that real-time transactions on that free software, Coach?
Yes, it's tracking full out real time.
And you're also telling us that that same software tracks full out real time in 129 different countries?
125 and counting, yes.
25 countries all over the world.
Yes.
And how much is that per month?
It's nothing.
So you don't pay for the back office. You don't pay for the internet. You don't pay an administrative fee. There's no monthly requirement. There's no monthly obligation. There's no forced order. And
so, Minister Jamil, we're doing a Gram-A-Thon. Who are we benefiting on the Gram-A-Thon?
There's no doubt that the Gram-A-Thon benefits the participants of the Gram-A-Thon.
When have you ever heard of that?
When you save money, you save for yourself. You save to do for yourself. You save to do for your family. You save to create a future for your own children. And here's the kicker, Mr. Delco. You may get up from your chair and walk away because sometimes these things affect you in that way. But you're not only saving for yourself, but you're getting paid to save your own money. Paid to save your own money, to make your fiat currency into real wealth, to hedge against inflation, to reduce taxes, to invest in the future of money as it will exist tomorrow because it's failing as it existed yesterday. You're on the edge of something great. If I were Frank Sinatra, I would tell you this is the start of something big, baby, something totally. And this is the right place to be. So as you've gathered around the country, as you've gathered around your places of residence, at your devices, in your automobiles, get ready to participate in that which is going to shake a whole new thing loose. What do you mean, a whole new thing? Tell us, Mr. Delco, it's going to be a whole new thing.
I want to get Brian Battle in here, but I want to talk about one more thing that Minister Jamil just alluded to. So as we do this Gram-A-Thon, we focus today because our business is opening its own cryptocurrency exchange. Well, you say, well, what does cryptocurrency have to do with the Gram-A-Thon? Our cryptocurrency is backed by what? Gold,
baby.
And so as these people are acquiring gold, they're going to use it to transfer into our gold-backed crypto. Now, there's some other companies that are launching cryptocurrencies, but they're backed by an idea, some utilitarian purpose. Our crypto is backed by an asset. So it has a floor, it has a stop loss. Like no matter what the crypto market bids it up to, it could bid it up to $1,000, but it'll never go below the gold backing that supports the coin. That's why our coin is by far and away the #1 cryptocurrency coin in the marketplace today. So in this Gram-A-Thon, we're firing each other up, inspiring each other to get cash gold so we can exchange it for our gold-backed crypto. And that's what makes this Gram-A-Thon so exciting. I want to kick this to Mr. Brian Battle. And Mr. Battle, you can give it back to Minister Jamil to keep us going on the Gram-A-Thon.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, y'all got me fired up. I've never seen so many people just have fun saving their own money. This is amazing right here. Just sitting here thinking about this. I'm just blessed and humbled to be a part of this organization and be a part of this care.
Oh, wait, Brian, I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry. You dropped the mic. Oh, gosh. You dropped the mic. He said, we having fun saving our own money. What a paradigm shift. Guys, do y'all know in Georgia, I read the stats about a couple of weeks ago, 84% of the people in Georgia don't have $10,000 in the bank. 42% don't have 200. Wow. Statistics say over half the people in the country cannot afford a $400 emergency. Back over to you, Mr. Battle. We having fun saving our own money.
Having fun saving our own money, Mr. Dalco. This is amazing. Just other day, I think Kim Henny posted an article about the 401k. How we've been take our money and put it in certain financial instruments, and just knowing that there's so many people out there. I'm not saying they're bad things, but it was just happened to be bad. 2008 hit, I lost $100,000 my 401k. My wife and I were talking about the other day, and for her to post it up and see that it was designed for people not to get wealthy, and for the bankers and institutions to get wealthy, that was eye-opening right there altogether. And then we turn around right now, we're a part of Karatbars, and we're taking a small percentage of the income that we're making and transfer it into real money, which is God's tears coming from above in the ground, digging it up and putting it into our pocket. That's the true money right there. And we're having fun doing it. What concept outside of Karatbars is having so much fun and just teaching people how to save their own money and create a legacy? Nobody else does this. This is what we're doing right here. And I like the idea that I heard when we did the last Gram-A-Thon is that when you start playing with the house money, the house money, it's like and you walk in the casino, they give you $100,000. Say, look, do what you got to do. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want to do. It's like when we in here, we show people how to save their money for themselves, for their families, and the company pays us a commission just for doing that. Word of mouth. Stuff that we do every single day. That's why I want people to understand we do this every day. If someone's walking down the street, got a real nice shirt on, and you compliment them, you advertise, say, yeah, I got that from ASOS, or I got it from the Louis store, I got it from Gap, whatever it may be. You're advertising for that company, and they're not paying you commissions. But the fact is, if you just share with people how they can save their own money, transfer the declining income that they're making in the paper currency over to true money, which is gold bullion, 999.9% pure gold, saving a legacy with their family. You can get paid a commission just by sharing it with people. That's just such an ingenious concept, and we have so much fun doing it. I love this company. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Brother Jamil, because I'm getting excited right now all over again. I'm about to go online. I'm gonna order up me some transfer some of this fake money. Give me some real money right now.
Transfer. Get rid of that fake. Get rid of the
fake money.
The real.
I'm about to do that right now.
Thank you, Mr. Battle. Stay right here with us, because today on the Gram-A-Thon, we're moving to do some things, and we want to do them in some unique ways, some new ways. What do we want to do? Today, we want to represent ourselves, our families, our organizations, the places that we love. Rep your city, rep your school, rep your team, rep whoever you are. Let us know that we're safe. Oh, not you. Yeah.
Mr. Best on there too. Here we go.
I walk right into it. But I'm telling you, represent, because as Mr. Best and Mr. Battle will bear witness, and the millennial millionaire himself, Mr. Taylor, will bear witness, Hampton University has produced some giants in this field. And in this field, we're producing giants who don't have to go to university. You just have to have sense enough and an idea enough to do something for yourself. So represent where you're from, what team you come from. As Mr. Berger said, when he returns at 3:45, we want to give him something to say. Let's do like Bonnie Raitt. Let's give him something to talk about. And we want to make sure that what we're giving people to talk about is the progress that we're making in this great and wonderful and noble endeavor. I'm looking at my notes as people come in from around the country. I see here, Kay Coleman, Brian is more than just barely legal. Okay, cut it out. But we want to make sure that we always represent our particular groups and associations. Now, folks, this is the strangest camera angle. I'm gonna go to a better camera angle so I don't look like Jackie Gleason. But we want to make sure that we're doing the things that have to be done to make sure we get this Gram-A-Thon started. More to report to you. Some good things are happening. We just got in word, Kyle X. Brown from Washington, D.C., from the DMV, another gram of gold. And these 1 grams are adding up. They're adding up. We've been joined by the big pill himself, Mr. Roger Williams. He's on the line with us. He's a witness to the greatness of Karatbars International and the specific greatness of Wealth Builders Worldwide under the dynamic leadership of Mr. Tyrone Best, under the dynamic leadership of Mr. Williams and Mr. Dalco and the others who are making this thing happen every single day. So we want to make sure we continue to check our notes. So there's all there. We've been joined also on the line today. We'll hear from her in a short time. The diva from the desert herself. That's right. The best from out west. Miss Tanisha Glaspie is with us, and we'll hear from her about freedom in just a few moments. So from around the Carrot Bars universe, we want to start recognizing you for your various different locations around the country. We have a Gram coming in. Now let's start the Gram-A-Thon indeed. We have Grams coming in from all over the place. Al Bay, Mr. 5 and 5 from out of Largo, Maryland. He's on here with a gram of gold. From Mr. Donovan Yarbrough, Kingsman is in the house with their grams in place. From Miss Michelle Key down in Atlanta, Georgia, grams in place. Colleen Muhammad up in New York. She says, NOI in the house, another gram in place. If you've done more than 1 gram, let us know at goldrocks.info or gramathon.info is where you go in to let Mr. Berger know that you've made your donation to yourself. You've paid yourself and that you are doing the right thing. I've been joined by some really important Carrot Bars dignitaries. Come here, Ronald. Come and let the people see you. Because y'all think I don't know nobody. Yeah, that's what you think. But I do know. Come right here, bro. I know the real Ronald Coleman. That's him. That's it. The real Ronald Coleman is right here. Because we're doing this broadcast from an undisclosed location, like we always do. But the undisclosed location this week is the place where the Gram-A-Thon was born. I can't tell you what they call the place, but I will say that the house they live in is called Stately Wayne Manor. And they do have a butler named Alfred. I'm not going to say what all that means, but I'm going to say that that's happening right here from the Gram-A-Thon. So get your grams in. Make sure you let us know what's happening because people are checking in from all over the country. Arlene Thompson is with us. Bamba Aziz Muhammad is with us. Michelle, we talked about her already. Glenn Perkins from Jackson, Mississippi is right here with us. And we're doing what we have to do to make sure that we are in the house, in the place to be. This event has been catered by RSB Catering. That's right, Ready, Set, Bake Catering. And they're right here making sure we eat good as we do.
Wait a minute. That's just wrong.
It's all wrong, isn't it?
That's just wrong.
Wait a minute.
You just messed up the whole Gram-A-Thon. You were doing so good, Mr. Jamil. That's just wrong. I mean, you don't get to get food catered just because you're like our moderator. That's just wrong.
Well, actually, excuse me while I pass the Grey Poupon, but I do have to say this to you. This is not just food, bro. This is cuisine. We're not just eating, we dining. You understand?
Wow.
If you still got fiat currency, you got to eat. But with gold,
hey, Kevin,
dine.
I'm about to mute Minister Jamil. Okay, I muted him. Over to you, Mr. Best.
Last week, he's in the back of a limo being driven. This week, he being catered. I mean, Mike, we got to up our game, man. I mean, I was eating, but I just microwaved me a little lean cuisine. You know, I said, I got to up my game a little bit. I just microwave me a little wheat. I'm sitting out here sneaking my little food and he's getting catered stuff in. I said, hey, look, set the example for us, brother. Show us how to live it up. Anyway, hey, man, this Gram-A-Thon blows my mind. Every week, I'm just, look, and let me just say this real quick. Hats off to all of you guys, to all the team. A big IO to HU. Got to get in there, Brian. You know, I got to mess with him. I always got to mess with him. Okay, because I love Hampton, what it's done. At least it's set the foundation groundwork because we're gonna have so many millionaires coming out of all these colleges and none. Because by the way, the only requirement to succeed in Carrot Bars is you got to have a dream. You got to have a dream. You got to be 98.6 and be 18 years old with a dream. And then you plug into what we're doing and you're going to succeed. Period. It's a matter of time and effort there at that point. You found the right vehicle. You found the right place. You found the right group of people who are dedicated, committed to help you succeed. You found the right mentors who say, I want to help you succeed financially. And we got the people who can give you the advice, the counsel, who are willing to give it to you for free.
And don't forget, Mr. Best, you got to be cool, baby.
Yes.
You can't come over in here and be with no stank attitudes. We don't do no
right.
stank over here.
Right.
No stank over here.
Right. You got to come in the right place. Right. You got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to change. Okay? Just a little bit. Okay? And success is inevitable. Okay? They tell you, your associates, you want to know your income? Look at your 5 best friends average out your income, divided by 5, and you know what your income will be in 5 years. So if your 5 best friends are broke, 5 years from now, you're going to be broke too. So come in the world of wealth builders worldwide and get some new friends. Get some new associations. Get some new minds to impart stuff into your mind to take you to the next level. Man, I don't want to get started today because I'm so cranked up. That's why I was feeding myself to keep talking.
I got the bucket of gas.
Look,
I got the bucket of gas, coach. I'm throwing gas on everybody. We getting it fired up over here on the Gram-A-Thon.
Look, Mr. Thompson, man, you guys, Mr. Tom, Mr. Battle, and Brother Jamil, and I love that. The diva from the desert. Man, where you come with that stuff, Brother Jamil? The diva from the desert. I mean, what a way to go. But all we're doing is what we're doing. We stacking gold, baby. That's all we're doing is stacking gold.
Get your weight up.
My props. To help people understand. We're stacking gold. Yeah. I just bought a little stack. I don't want anybody to get an idea. That's why I keep my house bolted down. Don't let anybody know what's I stack gold. Okay? That's all we're doing is stacking gold. We taking this stuff, we buying gold. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Okay? We're getting cash gold. Don't be impressed. We're getting gold. We're getting
cryptocurrency.
That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, have a good, and look, and Brian, you said it best. And we're having fun doing it.
Yes. Say that.
We're the only people in the world that's teaching people to save, and we get paid to teach people to save. Everybody else get paid to teach people to spend. We get paid to teach people to save.
Oh, and Mr. Best, I've got a business partner on our platform. She may or may not do her camera. I hope she does because the camera gives us a little bit more effect. Ms. Tanisha Glaspie. And one of the things I wanted to bring her out about is because with so much of this, when we talk about it, I feel bad for people that are not in Karatbars yet because it's sort of over your head. You don't know what we're talking about. So I try to lower down the verbiage so that you can kind of get the context. And inside of our system of referrals, they have these rankings. You can achieve higher rankings, and they're not for bragging rights. Each rank gives you more percentages of commissions. So as you reach higher ranks, you just get more money. It's just more. One of my favorite 4-letter words, more. And Ms. Tanisha Glaspie, we still have eight more days left in this pay cycle because it runs from the 11th to the 11th, a fiscal month. And Ms. Glaspie is for sure going to hit the top of the pay plan this month. She needs a few more what we call contracts. But what's so crazy about this, contracts just means you save some more gold. So as people on her team save some more gold, it's going to help her achieve these contracts. And I'm hoping that lots of her team members are on this platform. And check this out. When your team members go save gold for themselves, the person that told them how to escape inflation gets a bonus.
So every knock is a
Ms.
boost.
Glaspie, I mean, Mr. Best, this business actually, based on what we were taught all of our scholastic lives, is actually illogical. That's the problem. The business is completely illogical. It really doesn't make sense based on what we've been taught. Because we were taught to work. It made dollars. We were taught to work, get paid in paper, pay bills, buy some stuff, and go back to work. That's what we were taught. In Karatbars, we're taught to save gold, outpace inflation, help other people get out of that debt, get paid for helping people get out of debt, and then the people you told get paid. It's completely antithetical to everything we're trained. So when you guys share this with people, please be okay when they don't quite get it. There she is, the diva in the desert, Ms. Tanisha Glaspie. Ms. Glaspie, let me give you a few minutes here to talk to your team specifically about getting on the Gold Rocks Gram-A-Thon, and then a little bit about your experience with Karatbars.
You might be muted.
She's muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Thank you all for having me on here. I really don't know what to say. I'm representing the single mom wearing yoga pants and tank tops all day. That's all I do. Care Bars has allowed me freedom to just do whatever I need to do when I need to do it. And you don't have to understand it. It doesn't have to make sense. I was getting paid and I couldn't tell you how I was getting paid for about 6 months. I didn't know how. I just did what they told me to do. I followed the map, which is invitation, presentation, three-way conversation. You just tell other people, that's it. I could not tell you, I couldn't explain this to you. So for those that don't understand anything that's being said today, don't worry about it. It's free to register. Register for free. This is me every day. I look a hot mess on here, but I'm moving, I'm packing stuff, I'm getting rid of stuff. So I'm sorry that I look like this, y'all. Excuse me.
You
But
look like
when
money. You look like
when
gold.
when you're free, you can do what you want when you want to do it. I don't have to get dressed up and go to work every day. This is me every day. And if you're a single mother, especially, it's hard with two parents in the household, but it's definitely hard with one. You don't have to do it all. I don't see how you do it all going to work every day. Like, I don't have time to get stuff done, and I don't have a job. So I'm like, how are y'all getting this stuff done and you going to work every day? I haven't worked in like 9 years. I worked 3 months out of 9 years. So this industry alone will give you freedom, but there's absolutely nothing better than Care Bars. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
So I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, I think you look absolutely marvelous, darling, because we see your mind, we see your heart, we see your face, and you look good. As my son say, I see the intellect, and the intellect is beautiful. Okay, I see your hustle, and the hustle is beautiful. I see I forget all that makeup stuff. I see who you are. Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, you are a star among stars. You're a diva among diva, and I love that title, Diva in the Desert. You got it. I want to add 2 things, Mr. Delco, to what you said real quick. 2 things, just real quick. One, the genius here, we're a team, we're a collective team, work as a team, and we'll make it happen because we work as a team. But the genius, to me, is Mr. Harold Seitz. And coming up with a concept that caters into what Brian Tracy says. She said, everybody's, their first, who you talking to? I mean, we can all be as altruistic as we want to be, but the first thing most of us ask is, what's in it for me? Now, we don't say that out loud because we want to be spiritual folk, and that don't sound too spiritual. But inside, we're thinking, what's in this deal for me? Am I true? Is that true? What's in it for me? Mr. Harold Seitz took the whole networking concept and says, now what's in it for you is every time you save this stuff, you save an appreciated asset for you. It ain't got to do with your upline, your down. You doing this for you. Oh my God. And stuck in a networking concept with a legitimate company with tremendous credibility, tap right into the psyche of everybody. And all the person got to do is put down their defenses and look and say, wait a minute, what's in it for me is at the very least, as Mr. Tisha Glass just said, I enroll for free, and I save gold and appreciate an asset for me. Wow. And then the company's going to compensate us because we inform people about this tremendous business that'll pay you for taking care of you and your family and building a legacy for you and your family by doing what? Saving gold for you, getting cryptocurrency for you and your family. That's the genius of Mr. Harold Seitz to me. I'm just blown. After 30 years in the industry, come across this thing, it blows my mind. For those of you who are here for the first time, you've never done networking before, this is your first shot in the game. Okay, you ain't like Mr. Thompson, I've been around for a while. Mr. Delco, I've been around for a while. Brian, I've been around for a while. They've been through some trenches and stuff. Mr. Rogers, we've been around for a while. This is your first shot. Okay, you're in the big leagues from day one. You jump right from minor league from no league to the big leagues. And you can blink and be a multi-millionaire. And wait a minute. Okay, calm down. You can be a multi-millionaire here and you don't even have to build a downline. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. You can go in your 401k and put out 20, 30 grand, get yourself a couple million coins, and go back to watching that television and sit back and wake up 12, 24 months and you worth millions freaking dollars because somebody told you about carrot bars. somebody else, Mr. Jamil, back to you. Anybody?
Thank you so much. We're going to go to the big tote board, Mr. Best, in New York City, as Mr. Berger prepares to give us the big figure for this hour. We're going to push forward, but you can see the gold bars inching up the ladder, climbing the stairway to heaven, and making us replace that fiat currency. Mr. Berger, what do you have for us there from the big tote?
Man, this is exciting. This is as of 3:45 p.m. We're looking at 649.4 grams. Now, for some of you may be asking, what's 0.4? Well, that's for those who are getting 1/10 of a gram of cash gold. So now we're counting the 1/10 of a gram. So that's 649 grams plus 1/10 of a gram. And you know what? It all adds up, guys. It all adds up. So this is exciting. And I love this. I just got my gold, Mr. Delco. I know you saw the email. And it didn't cost me nothing, guys. It didn't cost me anything. That's what's so powerful about this. So when somebody says about the price, I'm like, it's free for me, baby. So anyway, so listen, this is an amazing journey today. I love you guys. I'm going to be stepping out, but I'll still be online here, and I'll be back for the 4:30 reading. I'll be in touch. So we'll be back in a little bit. Thank you, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Berger. We appreciate you from the big board in New York City. Remember now, as we prepare to go to our principal leadership speakers in just a moment, the person who brought you on this line today, the person who introduced you to Carrot Bars, find that person, contact that person, go to that person, and give them a big old hug. Because they did something for you that has never been done for anybody else in the history of the world. They made you a part of the greatest transference of wealth, the greatest transference from the old way to the new way that has ever happened. This is not the Stone Age. This is not the age of the invention of the wheel. This isn't the Industrial Revolution. It isn't even the space age. It's the information age, when things are happening so quickly that if you can keep up and stay ahead of the curve, you can put yourself on the right side of money forever. I like the words that Mr. Louis Devon Young said to us the other day. He said, we got to make sure that people know when it comes to Carrot Bars, we let folks know. We don't need money. Money need us. Think about that. We don't need money, but money needs us in order for us to do what we need to do. So what is it happening? The real money is gold. Gold is God's money. This is the real information that helps us make this thing happen. And if you don't know everything, I must echo the sentiments of Miss Glaspie from out in the West. She said, if you don't know everything, get moving today. Like my old grandfather used to tell me, he said, boy, say you don't have to eat no whole cow to know you're eating beef. Think about it. You don't have to eat cow today. You're eating beef. Man, you're eating the right thing. And by the way, we did have the caterers have come in and supplied us, Mr. Delco. I did have the butler bring me a fresh finger bowl. So everything is ready for us to continue with this Gram-A-Thon in the finest of taste and quality. Back to you, Mr. Delco.
And I wanted to add one thing real quick. Remind people now, those who participate in the $500 promotion from Carrot Bars, and they participated yesterday and they got themselves 12 grams or 24 grams, whatever they did yesterday. Add that to the marathon too for the day. Okay, we ain't trying to stress no one out. You ain't got to make sure you got it between 3 and 6 o'clock. If you got it yesterday and you participate in that promotion from Carrot Bars, where you get the 500, they're gonna give you $500 worth of coin. Go in the marathon and put in there how much gold that you got you 6 or 12 grams yesterday. You got you 24 grams yesterday. Put that into the Gram-A-Thon as well. Okay, I'm telling you right now, it's exciting. I'm hoping, guys, that I hate to drop this name, but he's so fired up and committed. I want to drop his name out there. I'm just telling you. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dr. Jeffrey Benoit, Al Sharpton's right-hand man, is on board. I don't mean he's on board. I don't mean he's taking his big toe in the water. I don't mean he's checking it out. I don't mean he's investigating. Okay. He's already got his VIP package. He's already moved several VIP packages. He's already dived all the way off the board. Okay, he's in the water. He's getting his premium package today. Okay, and he called me this morning, 8:30 in the morning. Everybody know I don't answer the phone before the power call. I don't like to be messing my attitude before the power call. I'm on the phone here this morning. He is so fired, he'll do it himself. Okay, and he's gonna try to squeeze into this call, this Gram-A-Thon sometime today, but he's down there in Georgia right now because they got that gubernatorial campaign going on, and he's down there today. They literally campaigning big time, getting ready for this election next week, and so he's trying to squeeze in 5 or 10 minutes. So if he pops up there, I want to try to get him maybe say hello. He is so fired, he'll do it himself. Okay, he done already talked to Al Sharpton about the program. That's what I'm telling you. This is not a time to sleep because your friends gonna get in. But
That's
those
right.
who've been planting seeds for the last 2-3 years, those seeds are about to sprout up. They about to grow because this guy is going out to every celebrity he know. I'm talking about, I don't want to drop any more names today, but you don't want to know who he's the people he's running with today on this campaign thing down in Georgia. But you know, this former president in town, down there, the guy with the beard now chilling, he down there campaigning too. Okay, you know, Oprah's down there campaigning too. Okay, I'm just telling you, go plant your seeds to everybody you can. Don't get caught. You ain't got time to try to convince somebody. Do like Tanisha Glass would say, you need to step out on faith and roll. We are moving here. Put your grandma goes in the Gram-A-Thon. Stretch yourself, get the goal for you and your family. Do what you got to do because I've been saying, when we hit this momentum thing, your income is going to double, triple, quadruple in a blink. You're going to look like some kind of genius to your family. You're going to look like a financial genius to them. And we're right there. We said 2019, our Let's Go Weekend is called Manifest. 2019 is going to be the year of manifestation.
Yes,
You're going to see some stuff happens, going to blow you away. Back to you, Brother Jamil.
I am so outdone, Mr. Best, that we have been in a position, and I want everybody to hear me in the Gram-A-Thon community. We have a chance to create by means of the manifestation that our leader just told us about, that this is the year of manifestation, that Let's Go Weekend in 2019, in April 2019, Let's Go Weekend number 8, which you got to be there, April the 12th and 13th in Atlanta, Georgia. There'll be details about it. Talk to the person who put you on this this Gram-A-Thon, and make sure that they know you got to be at Let's Go Weekend 2019. You got to be there in April. But what we are finding is that this opportunity is bigger than we thought it was. It's bigger than the chance to just make a few more dollars to survive a little bit more comfortably in a world that we weren't changing, but it's now changing the very world and making sure that we can provide comfort and safety and good homes and friendships to people in all walks of life by means of the transference of wealth and the building of wealth in a real economy, not based on debt and slavery, but based on freedom and wealth. That is why we're here. And it's bigger than anything you've ever thought of. Like Charles Boyer used to say in the French movies, please, darling, give in. It is bigger than both of us.
I want to add something. I want to add something else to this conversation, Minister Jamil. So you guys saw me talking. This looks like a real telethon here. I love this. And now, Mr. Best, you can see he's texting. He's working right now while he's on the Gram-A-Thon. Oh, you count money?
Huh?
You count money?
No, I'm texting people saying join us on the Gram-A-Thon right now.
See,
I ain't wasting no time.
There's so many things I can say right now. Let me try to consolidate my thoughts. One is yesterday I took quote unquote the day off. Mr. Best, he ragged on me so hard. He said, "How you off? You were on the webinar with us for 2.5 hours. You're not off." But the beauty of this is when you're in a networking business, check this out, Kevin, you're always off and you're always at work. I mean, like you're never not at work because you are the business. And you're never off because everywhere you go, you are the business, right? But you're never really at work because you're just living. So as we're on this, say it again, Mr. Jamil.
You're getting paid to live your life.
It's lifestyle with a compensation plan. So as we're doing this Gram-A-Thon, a gentleman inboxed me. He says, please, can you give me more information about this? I texted him my link. He called me. So I said, yeah. He said, I'm already saving gold, which brings me to my second point. 99% of the people on the planet don't know anything about saving gold. When I say this market is so open, if you go around asking people, do they look for ways to make more money, and you tell them it's gold and gold-backed cryptocurrency, they will probably lose their mind because no one saves gold. Yeah, we got gold watches and rings and teeth, but we don't have gold as money as a savings instrument. So you're going to be educating 99% of the planet. He says, I already saved gold, but you mean you guys get paid to refer people to save gold? I said, yes. He said, that's incredible. Think about how big, okay, wait, let me gather myself. So you guys understand fiat currency. Mr. Best, you got any cash on you, bro?
I got a few $1,000 hanging around.
Just a few.
He got a bank. He's sitting on the bank. He read.
All right, so look.
I keep a few $1,000 on the desk just in case somebody come by and need something.
You're so
I'm on my way. I'm on my way, Coach.
Everybody understands this. This is easy.
Oh, God.
They actually have game shows where they put you in a cash booth and the cash blow all around, and you see people acting a fool.
Right.
Trying to get that cash.
For a few $100. Okay.
We've been brainwashed on this stuff. But the fact of the matter is, this is not money. And the second fact that's even more destructive, this is not yours. Hey,
Wow. Say it again, Coach.
I'm going to say it again. This is not money because money has to be a store of value. So this is not money. It is not a store of value. Ask your grandma how much she paid for a loaf of bread. And then you look at how much you pay for a loaf of bread. So this didn't store your labor. This is not money. Number two, this is not yours. Or as they say in Mexico, nachos. This is nachos. Okay? This is nachos. This is theirs. It actually tells you whose it is on the bill. It says, this is the Federal Reserve's note. Okay? This is nachos. Now, the way you know it's nachos is go put $10,000 in the bank right now. It's 4 o'clock. And go back in the morning, 12 hours later, and say, you know what? I changed my mind. Let me get that. And then you're not going to get it. Matter of fact, go put 20 grand in there. Go put 20 grand in there, and then go online and see a car in Europe that you want to buy for 15 grand and try to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna say you got a $3,000 per day spending limit. What?
This is my money. You
That's
think
my money, not yours.
I got another one for you, Mr. Dalco. A real live story. Go ahead and decide that you want to get a multi-pack 15K. Go to your and go ahead and say you want to get that, and they say, no, you can't move that much money today. We'll let you have 2,000. Wait a minute, I've got $20,000, $40,000 in your bank, my money that you're using, and I can't have it. That's what he means by it's not yours.
You said that you're using. What do you mean they're using it? What do you mean using it?
Oh yeah. When you put that cash that's not yours in their bank, oh, they're going to use it. Matter of fact, before you walk out the door, it's already in use.
I guess the question is,
I got to add this. I just told you, Dr. Jeffrey Benoit now, we're talking about a national figure. Okay. This dude, we just had this conversation this morning. He said, them folks wouldn't give me my money. He tried, look, he's trying to get, the combo pack. They said, no, you got to wait. I said, wait a minute, it's my money. I said, no, see, you don't know it's not your money until you try to get it. Okay, you think it's your money. They give you the illusion it's your money. Like they give you the illusion that house is yours and you got a mortgage. He's like, I just bought my first house. No, you just got your first mortgage.
That's right.
You ain't bought no house. Okay, you think you bought the house? Don't pay the mortgage. You'll see you own the house. And all these games. See, we lifting the cloak. We lifted the curtain. We go behind the curtain and say, okay, the smoke is over. If you want to know what's going on, getting Carabas, getting wealth builders, we're going to tell you the truth. Then rather you accept the truth or stick your head back in the sand, that's your choice. But somebody in Carabas is going to tell you what the deal is.
That's right. The jig is up. I just had a real live experience just a few minutes ago before getting on this Gram-A-Thon, trying to process a young lady's 8K pack. And we went through all kinds of foolishness to the point where right at this very moment, we still ain't get it done. The bank had the nerve to tell us to call back in an hour or try the transaction in an hour. She said, wait a minute, the money's there right now. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. It's there. Why I got to come back in an hour?
Hey, I'll tell you something else. I'm going to tell you what not to do. What you're not going to do is take $10,000 and deposit it into your own account. You're not going to do that. Guess what they're going to do? The minute you slide that 10K under that little window, they're going to say, oh, can I see your ID, please? They're going to say it again. Say it again, Minister Jamil.
See, they're playing games. It's a game.
I think, I think you said they're going to snitch.
Yeah, that's what I said. I changed it up.
They're going to snitch.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what they're going to do.
They're going to snitch.
They're going to snitch. They want your driver's license and your social security. Look, wait. I'm giving you my bank card. I swiped it. It's my account, my CAD ID. I give it to you. Then you still want my social security number. Why? Why would you want my social security number?
I got a better one for you, Coach. They also want your thumbprint.
They do. Put your thumbprint and to put cash in your own account.
That's right.
It's for those of you who are researchers and real nerdy like me. It's called capital controls. Go look it up. Capital controls. Capital controls are designed to control the flow of currency between the banks.
Ooh, hot cross buns.
Capital control.
So enter
capital control. So when you think you're, go ahead, Big Pill.
I was going to say, so enter Carrot Coin Bank. Look, prepare to utilize Carrot Coin Bank. When they make available the ability for you to open up an account, get a debit card, a credit card, get an ATM or 10. Hey, look, every place you go, start looking at the places that have these little ATMs and talk to the person that's responsible for having that ATM in that location.
Yes.
And let them know, look, I got a far superior ATM for you. And begin that relationship because it's on its way. Enter Carrot Coin Bank.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something else you're not going to do. You're not going to go to a car dealer and buy a car cash. Now, see, we think this is money. This ain't money, and it ain't yours. You want some cheese with these nachos? Because you cannot go to a car dealership and buy a car over 10 grand. They're going to rake you over the coals like you stole something. They'll be like, excuse me, Mr. Battle, can you, with cash, I mean, excuse me, Mr. Battle, can you please let us take a picture of you? Can I see your photo ID? Can you sign this document? Like like Minister Jamil just said, they're gonna snitch.
Hey, Mr. Delco, but see, the cryptocurrency, we're about to change all that.
Yeah, say that.
That's why they're fighting so hard, but it's too late.
Cryptocurrency, world changing. You walk in there, they said, that Mercedes $80,000. You can say, take it out of my crypto account. Here's my phone.
Here's my phone. Oh,
Okay. There you go. They'll pull the 80,000 out your crypto account. You drive off with a Mercedes, no car, no nothing. It's out of your crypto account. You free. You go, oh my God, that person. Okay, because right now, see, the crypto world is still sort of wild, wild west. They haven't figured out how to get their hands around this crypto world yet. And they'll figure it out in about 5-10 years. But by then, anybody here now that's in action mode, you find themselves worth 5, 10, 15, $20 million or more. Okay, there you go.
Minister Jamil, there are lots of people watching this on Facebook Live, and folks are sharing it on their pages. So can you encourage the viewers on Facebook Live to get back with the people that's sharing it, please, and tell them what we're doing?
There's no doubt about it. Thank you, Mr. Delco. I had that on my notes. If you get a chance, and I know you have a chance because somebody contacted you, contact folks who put you on this live stream. Let them know how much you appreciate them because they care enough about you to break the tie, to break the bond between the criminal system that holds you bound in slavery to debt. Contact that person. Let them know you want to become a part of an organized effort to build a new reality. That new reality is within our reach today. It's within our grasp today. But we have to do something as a result of being here. Now you'll see everybody here on this line is moving to get something done. And what do you mean we're getting something done? We're paying ourselves first. That's so amazing. We used to be the kind of a people that would rush to pay somebody else and feel guilty if we kept anything in savings for ourselves, because we would believe that we were hoarding something. But you're not hoarding, you're saving and practicing thrift. As Mr. Berger mentioned to us last week, the great nations of the earth are not built on spending and vanity and greed. The great nations of the earth are built on thrift and austerity and saving. It's saving gold. That's the first thing you're doing. Saving gold. That's your legacy. That's your legacy resources. Then you're talking about building a business here in Carrot Bars, organizing your friends, neighbors, the people you meet to build their own businesses, to spread the word of stealing away from the plantation of debt slavery and making people free more every day. So not only do you have the legacy of your savings, but now because of your work in building an organization, you got a lifestyle because Carrot Bars pays you 5 times a month, every Friday and on the first of the month. Look at that. Now there's a legacy, then there's a lifestyle. Now you go to the third part of our business, which is to invest in and amass quantities of cryptocurrency beyond your wildest imagination. So if you got your legacy, then you got your lifestyle, then the cryptocurrency, that's not your legacy and lifestyle money, that's your Lamborghini money. That's your money for you to do the things that you want to do because you have such a surplus and you have such a profit margin above where you used to be. You're debt-free, you're solvent, you're sovereign, you're free to go where you want to go, do what you want to do at the time you want to do, wake up when you get finished sleeping, go to bed when you get sleepy. You make changes and do things, and the only one governing you is your creator. Now you have the freedom to spread the joy of freedom to other people. That's why you've got to get on here. Share this broadcast, share this live stream. Just go out and click on the box. You know how to do it, and share this live stream with friends in other parts of the world. You don't know who's going to see what Mr. Best and Mr. Delco are talking about here today. You don't know who's going to hear Mr. Battle and Miss Glaspie. You don't know who's going to feel the spirit of Kevin Thompson reaching out through the screen and grabbing them. You know how Kevin likes to grab people. They just grab them right here. Know that this is the time and we are the people. Mr. Delco, I thank you for letting me say that. My heart is full because I could have been a man who lived and died under the order of debt slavery and never known the difference. I had good parents who loved me, just like your parents loved you, but they didn't know. Now you know, and you can do something different. Don't stay where you used to be, go where you need to be. Contact the person who put you in touch with this particular live stream and let them know, I'm ready. I'm ready to make progress. I'm ready to do what has to be done. We have a purchase that we just want to confirm. Our sister in Atlanta, Georgia, Miss Michelle Key, she just went in and got 74 grams of gold. I'm going to say that again because you all didn't hear me. You think I'm just talking stuff. I said she went in and got 74 grams of gold for herself and for her family right there in Atlanta, Georgia. She's a second generation Carrot Bars mover and shaker. Her mother, Colleen Muhammad in New York, is doing the same kind of thing. She did a little modest 5 grams today. She just wanted to tip her toe in the water. But now her daughter came back 74 grams of gold and then threw down the gauntlet at the old world of debt and said, you can keep my fiat currency in your little fugazi fake bank. I got real gold that I control and that I can hold in my hand. If I switch this camera right back to Mr. Tyrone Best right now, he can pick up a stack of gold. I bet you he'll do it if we put the camera on. He'll pick up a stack of gold and show you that this is God's money and it's real. It's realer than real deal holy fish. I'm not even
What
saying.
in the world is that?
Listen,
you know what? I'm gonna have to go and talk to Mr. Best.
Hey,
what
look,
ain't 5 grams? Wait, are they 5 grams?
a lot of them, I just threw them together. It's some 5 grams in there, some 2.5. It's some 1 grams. It's a bunch of gold.
Now that's a highly technical term. He used a bunch of gold. A bunch of gold.
A bunch of gold. I was like, here, it's a bunch of gold.
Hold on, Mr. Best.
My collector card, my Debbie. I mean, think about that. That's Olympic champion Debbie Thomas. That's my collector card. I got that one. Okay. Look, that's Debbie Thomas. I mean, you don't understand now. When you take an Olympic champion, okay, that's in Carrot Bars, not just an Olympic champion, but a graduate of Stanford. I mean, people forget what people accomplish sometimes. This person's an Olympic champion, a PhD. Professor. Well, she's a doctor. No, she's just not a doctor. She has a PhD from Stanford. Not from not from Stanford. PhD and Olympic champion. You don't do that without some ability to focus. She's in Carrot Bars. I mean, I have to rethink. Somebody said, wait a minute, she's in Carrot Bars? Okay. Ricky Carter's collector card. Okay. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff. Okay. I mean, I got a bunch of the Debbie Thomas cards, man. Look, because I was a Debbie Thomas fan big time. I'm telling you, my wife and I sit there and watch her figure skating, man, and she be skating. And we sit there amazed by this sister. We were just amazed by what she was doing, skating and going to college at the same time. And then I got a stack of paper, but that's not all the paper. I can't carry all this stuff all the time. I don't keep this stuff by the desk just to show people sometimes, let them know it's real. Those are my props for the business. Okay. Those are my props.
So, but that proves the point that we were trying to make, Mr. Best, that here's a man in touch with his own freedom, and he can touch his freedom. Right behind the on the shelf, right behind Mr. Kevin 2X Thompson, who we're about to hear from now, you can see the Carrot Bars equipment on his shelves that he uses to work. You can see his premium package back there, his other information, the gold that he has. His family photographs are there, just like Mr. Best has Rosa Parks on this side, and he has Carrot Bars on that side. You see Kevin Thompson doing the same thing, building a new understanding in his community. Mr. Thompson, what is your take? You are the husband of the Gram-A-Thon mom herself, Miss Shelby Thompson, rather. Tell us, sir, how you feel about what's going on today and what you see the significance of it is.
Man, I feel so elated. This thing here, man, you just don't understand. It's the key to freedom, man. I don't understand why people just, I mean, it's the plantation psychosis that we still suffering from, I mean, just running around chasing paper when we really should be chasing God's money, 5,000-year history, for all your Googlers out there. You know what I mean? I bet you most people on this line that's watching this don't even know what a Google is. They ain't even know that a Google was a number that represented a certain amount of zeros. Go Google that. It's about that bread, man. It's about that bread. So I just wanted to, a little stack of something, a little something.
No.
The pages, you understand me? Something. We stacking over here too, Coach. You understand? We trying to be modest with it. Little modesty over here, you understand? Because I ain't got no coins.
No, bro, we don't have no, Mr. Delco, we don't have no coin. No coins down here in the DMV. We don't have that. I'm telling you that this is the place for you to be. If you love your family and want to see their future, I know you'll take every opportunity to advance them according to the best information that you have. But what you've heard here today, you're not going to be able to find it at Stanford Business School, Harvard Business School, the Wharton School, not even a Howard University Business School. You're going to learn it from people who have learned it from experience. And this is where life is the rubber that meets the road of our experience. That's where we start making the progress that has to be made. So we're going to go in just a few more moments. Mr. Berger will be back at the big board. We have about 12 more minutes. Enter in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Miss Myrtle Placide is with us. Rhonda Gail Turner Garner is with us. We hear from Brother Kyle is back with us. And Sasha Monet is with us. And Dante Taylor from out in Oceanside, California. Johnny Ritter is here. Everybody put in the comment section what you've saved today and what you're going to save. You know, there's a holiday coming up. And in Carrot Bar's store, you can honor a member of your family with a Veterans Day commemorative gold ingot. You can do that. Do it, man. Do it, sister. You can make something happen, and all roads do, in fact, lead to Carrot Bars. And so Mr. Delco put in that he has saved 25 grams today. And he thought 25 was going to be cool, but now look, Michelle Keaton raised the bar. So we'll see what happens when Mr. Delco and Mr. Allen Austin and our dear leader, Mr. Ty Best, go back into the record and see what they're going to do. It's all happening. See, Brian Battle saved 3 grams for himself and 3 for his wife. From Femolo Milton Mazondeke, he's here with us from South Africa on the line today. Thank you, brother Mazondeke from South Africa. Rachel Rose Smith, she's got 13.7 grams. Oh, man, this is something else. Moving in, stacking gold. Shania Williams says that's what she's doing. Sheila Nolan is with us from Washington, D.C. We love Sister Sheila. Mike McGraw got 16 grams. He's got 16 grams and working. From Kamat Bat Israel, 14 grams. From Anita White, 3 grams. From Morgan McIntyre, 3 grams. And my dear sister from North Carolina, Miss Pam Brooks, she got 1 gram so far and plans to get another. So we are rolling through this world. And while we're rolling, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. There has to be some changes made. How do you think we're going to live another generation like this, all caught up in hock to somebody that's pulling us out of a practice they call usury, where they overcharge you in lending and they make money from lending you and they don't even produce. There's no product associated with usury and the charging of interest. It is an application of an imaginary fee to an imaginary transaction based on imaginary money with imaginary value. All a puff of smoke. And now we are turning that around and beginning to do something different, beginning to do something better, beginning to do something new that we should celebrate today. We should walk around just smiling all the time. And people should see us and look at us and say, well, he must be with Carrot Bar. He's smiling all day, all the time. When you see him, they're happy, they're in a good mood. When you see Brian Battle, you don't just see another tall, handsome, well-dressed, good-looking black man. You see a brother that's looking good because he's doing something. You see him smiling, and all the way up until his hat. He's doing all right till he gets to the Hampton University hat. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, there's something for all of us to realize that we can make a difference in this life and do something new. Why not? Come on, y'all. Let us know about these grams. And here's Brother Melo started out with 12.1 grams last night. Robin Giles is on the line with us. Oh, we talked about it. Come on, y'all. Let's make this thing happen. Yes, we want to hear from you, Brother Kevin.
Somebody in the chat by the name of Samson said they just saved their very first gram.
Bro, Samson, he saved his first gram. And you know, if you look back in that inspirational book, you see that Samson pulled down the house of those old people that were oppressing folks. They weren't good. That old Samson, he didn't get out of the way. He let the house fall in on himself because he was done in by his anger. This, the new Samson, he's saving gold, and he's letting the house fall down, but he's getting out the way. Let's do the same thing. Let's get out of the way and make a difference and change the reality under which we live. We're saving. Let's go back to the savings and make sure we know what's happening. What we're going to see on the tote board is going to be some things we never believed in our lives. Willie Brown is checking with us to let us know that Hampton University is also his school. HBCU love up in here. We want to thank you. Here's Michael from Utah is joining us, along with Idalis Romero is joining us on the Gram-A-Thon today. So Juan de la Cruz is with us. His family of 4 got a gram each. And you know what they say. The family that saves together stays together. The family that together stays together. That's a family with 4 members, and each one of them just saved a gram today, and we're making progress. See how you get happy? This is what Mr. Delco was talking about earlier. We're having a good time saving for ourselves, a good time saving for our children.
I mean, let me say something about that, Mr. Jamil. That's really extraordinary what you're saying. 1 gram for each member of the family. Let me teach you guys something real quick that I learned through Carrot Bars about gold. Gold has no counterpart. And Brian Battle, you probably like me on this. You're going to love this. Gold has no counterpart. In the market, in order for your retirement portfolio to go up, it can only go up if someone loses. The market is based on winners and losers. It can only go up when somebody else is betting against a stock and it loses. Gold is an asset with no counterpart. It doesn't require a loser to be valuable. It's real wealth. It's like when you say real estate, people say real estate like it's some just compound word. But what real estate means is it's real estate. It's tangible. It's physical wealth. It's like a plot of land. You can devalue land based on the structure you put on it. You can improve on the value of land, but you can also decrease the value of land based on the structure you put on it. So it's real estate, and it's real estate because it has an intrinsic value. You can plant something in the ground and it can grow and sustain you. That's why land is a precious commodity, because you can't make more land. The land on earth is all we have, right? Likewise, gold, as Brian Battle said, is the tears of God. It literally is created when a supernova explodes from outer space, and the gold dust goes through the atmosphere and is trapped in aquifers in the earth. And so when men dig it up, there's actual man hours behind what gets that gold out of the ground, refines it and mints it. There's actual man hours that people were already paid to do it. So it has real value. And no one has to bet and lose for gold to have value. Now let's prove it. And this is why we get gold. Here's why we save gold. In 1950, you could buy a brand new Ford truck for a little over $1,000 or 30 ounces of gold, because 30 ounces of gold would be equal to $1,000 in 1950, like $1,095. Today, you can buy a brand new Ford truck for $32,000. So you say, well, the price of a truck went up. Well, how much gold does it take to buy that same truck? 30 ounces of gold. The price of the truck didn't change compared to gold. It changed compared to the dollar. So if you're saving, you got to save not to lose. So if you're saving paper between 1950 and today, you lost wealth. It takes 32,000 times more to buy the same truck in 1950, but the same amount of gold. Plus, if you multiply 30 times an ounce of gold a day at $1,230, that's actually 36,000.
Wow.
So you got the truck and some cash left over. There's no reason to ever save in paper. The wealth builders we here today in numbers, in strong numbers, we got our crew here today, and we're bombarding you with stories and testimonials like Tanisha Glaspie just had, riding around in her truck all day, trying to figure out something to do, because we're free. We're free people operating in a freedom system with God's money, gold. Back over to one of you guys.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. The time is nearly here for us to go to the big tote board. As soon as we receive word from Brother Rodney Berger that it's time to go back, he and the New York team are amassing the figures. I want you all to go back to the chat box, go back to the comment place on Facebook Live on the live stream, and start adding in what you've saved. Thank you, Sister Rhonda Gail Turner Garner. She's got 2 grams that she just saved, and we're making sure we note it right now while we're on the air. We want to make sure that everybody understands this is the time for us to step up and do what we got to do. From Moto G6, 4 grams of gold. Thank you, Brother Moto. Always making sure that we're in the fight to do something different. And look at what's being created here. This morning on the power call, which I recommend you get on every day, 10:45 in the morning. Get on the every day, 6 days a week, the power call. One affiliate called in and he said what he loved most about our business is that it's good people who help each other along the way to something better. This is something which is counterintuitive in this world, but we understand that in the world to come, it will be the way things are every day. There's a greeting that was given in that book, Mr. Delco, that you like to talk about with those inspirational stories in it. And one greeting was that they asked the person, may the peace which defies understanding be with you, now, henceforth, and forevermore. The peace that defies understanding. It defies understanding that Carrot Bars would return the kind of benefits that it returns for us. It defies understanding. How can it be? How can it be that these people work together, but every day we work? And so we are the bumblebee of the financial community. A bumblebee or a honeybee, if you look at them, their body is too big and their wings are too small. Aerodynamically, they're not supposed to be able to fly. But in the design of the creator, he makes it possible for this bee to fly in spite of the fact it doesn't look like it will. It is something we are doing, that we're flying and making a difference. Speaking of flying, we want to thank for her saving for herself and for her family. She's in the Gram-A-Thon today. Miss Rosalind Range. You know, Ros Range is our international sister. She's all over the globe. She saves 13 grams today. Thank you, Sister Rosalind. And we also have to recognize 16 grams. Johnny Ritter, 16 grams of gold, saving, getting it done. Let's help each other. As Jason knows what he says, let's help each other. That's why we have to do it. It seems like it doesn't make sense. Oh, but it does. And when you begin to understand how somebody who's visionary, like Mr. Tyrone Beth, could see something, stick with it, and train us into the principles of it. And then now we have our understanding fortified and inflamed by the great Mr. Delco calls himself a geek. He calls himself a nerd. I refer to him as an assiduous student. He's a person who studies the details of the realities, and we learn from him, and we learn from each other that we're doing the right thing. And every day it becomes better. It becomes better. And as my man says, it gets gooder and gooderer. That's what Brother Kevin 2X, he said, it gets gooderer. Like my man in Florida, Dr. Eel, he says, it gets greater later. And so Rita Harris is on board with us today. She got 2 grams. Thank you, Sister Rita. You represent.
No, that's a 12. That's a 12. Mr. Muhammad. 12 grams.
That is, that's 12 grams. Thank you, Sister Rita. Arkansas, the natural state, with 12 grams saved today. And we're moving out to get this done. This is exciting. Where else are you going to find people who are the children of those poor dads that Robert Kiyosaki was talking about? We didn't have our parents knowledgeable, but now we're knowledgeable. And we're able to pass on knowledge to our children. I hope.
While we're waiting on Mr. Berger, I want to do another example.
Yes.
I know we have new people jumping on the stream, and I was reading one of the comments What are we doing? We're in a company called Carrot Bars International. Carrot Bars International is the largest distributor of small gold bars in the whole world. We sign up for free gold savings accounts. We exchange some of our depreciating paper currency for an appreciating asset, which is Carrot Bars Gold, in small transaction-friendly increments. And if you want to take it farther, you can refer others and earn commissions by referrals. Now, this right here, I don't know, I might shut the whole stream down right there, right now. I signed up my wife. In the business. Now, she lives here in this house. But because she's an individual, she gets to have her own account, right? So I signed up my wife, as Mr. Best signed up his wife and his son and his business account. You also get to have a personal account and a business account. Earlier in the Gram-A-Thon, I acquired a small amount of gold in my business account, and you could see that I got paid on my own gold. So not only did we save gold and pay ourselves first, we get paid to pay ourselves first. And make sure you got what I just said. That's critical. My wife is my wife. So we're one. We're one. Legally, we're one. Everything I own is hers and everything she owns is mine. We're one legal entity. But she gets her own Carrot Bars account inside this one household. And I signed my wife up. She's a part of my organization, but it's our organization together. But when we save gold in her account, in my account, get paid. So I'm going to show you a real-time example. Now I'm going to do it faster this time because I think Mr. Berger should be coming back in any moment. And what I'm going to show you is, if you can see my screen, this is my wife, Monisha. This is her account. And here are some products that are available. Different products, lots of cards, custom cards, branded cards, coins, a myriad of products. But here, because I'm getting a lot of our gold-backed cryptocurrency, you're able to exchange for this cash gold for the cryptocurrency. So I'm going to put 1 gram, a whole gram. So Mr. Jamil, you can, if you're making notes, you can go and put down another gram for my wife. All right, we add it to our Gram-A-Thon, and I'll type it in Gram-A-Thon.info. So I add that to the cart. This is all I have to do. And again, Mr. Thompson, Kevin Twix Thompson, how much does this website cost me?
Free 99.
$3.99. Thank you. We'll click checkout here. And this free website is going to allow me to transact my cash to gold through this e-commerce system, and also track my organization to infinity. So I'm going to use, again, the Carrot Bars prepaid MasterCard. Now, remember, when I did it before, I was in my business account. My business account has its own Carrot Bars prepaid MasterCard. I have my own Carrot Bars prepaid MasterCard. My wife has her own Carrot Bars prepaid MasterCard, and her business has its own Carrot Bars prepaid MasterCard. That means 4 business entities in one household, but we'll talk about that. I'll let Mr. Best talk about that. So I click on the prepaid MasterCard that has earned commissions that my wife earned this week. Get paid every week and on the 1st of every month, 5 times a month. So any cash that you don't pull off your MasterCard, you can, and look, I was talking too much. It already approved the payment. Order confirmation. Now, just so that we can finish the transaction out, I go to Carrot Pay, which is my other account. And Kevin, how much does my Carrot Pay business cost me?
Free 99.
$3.99. I love the I love the e-wallet. I'm sorry, you guys, we're having fun. I apologize. All right. Now wow, I didn't know this. She has 24 grams in her e-wallet. I need to go get some crypto, baby. But I'm gonna hold that. Now, let me tell you why I'm gonna hold this. Check this out, guys. So wait, let me click on this. Look what just happened. I got an email. A payment was made by your first liner. My first liner is my wife. So it's showing me that I just got paid on my own family savings. All right, now this was a trip. We have our own exchange, not our own cryptocurrency. A lot of people got their own little coin. We have our own coins and exchange. So I'm going to move that 1 gram to my e-wallet, which is also free 99. And I'm going to use this to purchase or exchange for some gold-backed cryptocurrency that is moving up with the market. Now, our cryptocurrency is a hybrid because not only is it a cryptocurrency, it's also a hard asset because it's backed by physical gold. Now, you guys saw me do that, right?
Now, the next thing I want to do, stay on your site for a minute.
Okay, all right, let me go back.
I want you to go back to the product when you get a chance. Keep talking, but go back to the product.
Okay, all right, here's the product.
Go to the classic. Not the classic, the specialty cards. I want them to see the charity card. That's what when you finish doing what you're saying. The African orphanage card. That's under classic product. I think it's under classic. No, it's under not the classic. It's under specialty cards.
It might be special. But this is good that we're looking for it because, guys, it gives you a chance to see all the products that we have available. So let's see. Love, Islamic holidays, gifts, charity. That one right there, Mr. Best?
No, the one, the orphanage from Africa.
Oh, okay.
There
it is.
There it is. No, there it is right there. There it is. Right there.
Well, this is an Africa card.
That's a card that every time you save that card, the company donates, I think it was 10 euro.
10 euro.
10 euro to this orphanage in Africa to help educate, feed, and clothe and house this orphanage in Africa. Every time anyone in the world orders that Voice of Africa card, Carabas, they've been doing it from the day I got in, donate money to that orphanage in Africa. Okay, just for information. So
totally amazing.
Bigger than the money.
Totally amazing. So now, guys, what I'm gonna do super quick is I'm gonna log out of my wife's account. Notice, did I move from my desk? No, I'm still right here. Now, a big part of Karatbars International is just counting money. A big part of your business activity is just counting money and moving money because when money moves, people get paid. All right. So I go over to my account and I want to show you in real time my wife's transaction. Right. So the transaction I just made, looking at the screen, you don't even see it. There it is. Now, between the time that I acquired that gold, that gram of gold, there were 3 other transactions, 3 other grams of gold acquired. That's what we're talking about, a money system. It's not enough just to save gold. A lot of people understand where to go and get a gram of gold or online to some company. But what other company can you get a gram of gold for your wife and earn a commission for yourself? That is totally amazing. Back over to you, Minister Jamil.
Mr. Delco, Brother Jamil.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, you want to hear from this man.
Help me back, guys. Construction. My wife missed the train, but that's okay. Thank God there's another train.
All right, we do. Christy, we want you to be safe on that train. But let me tell you.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
This is a train I'm not going to miss right here. The Karatbars International Universe train. All right. So, are you guys ready for this? This is amazing. Just because I left, you weren't playing around. My goodness. All right. Okay, guys, look at this. Now at 4, or I'm sorry, did I say 4 o'clock? It should have been 4:30.
Wow.
As of 4:30, 1,345.3 grams, man.
Outstanding.
1,345.3. That is amazing, guys. And that's actually for 4:30, not 4 o'clock. My bad. I got to fix that typo. But listen, this is amazing. And whew, back to you. I'm not missing this train. Not
Don't miss the train. Don't miss the train, Mr. Berger. It is definitely in the station and loading up for a great destination. We are grateful now, and we're going back to recognize more of our goal savers who are saving for themselves. You're not saving for me. You're not saving for any charity. You're not saving for yourself. You're not saving for Mr. Best, Mr. Dalco. You're not saving for Harold Sykes. You're saving for yourself. And when you save for yourself, you create opportunities for others. This is the general principle of sowing and reaping. You sow a little and you reap a lot. That's the nature of the universe in which we live. And it's a wonderful place to see these universal principles come to play.
Brother Jamil, can I comment on what you just said?
Yes, Rodney.
Listen to the power call today, guys. Listen to the replay. Mr. Delco talked about, I'm sorry, was Mr. Delco or Mr. Beth? I forgot now. About how much a little, the more you do a little, and just keep doing a little, and guess what? A little becomes much. Just remember that. Just when a little small now, just watch several months from now. That little at a time is going to become much. A business partner of mine, he's got like several different accounts that he's been getting his cash gold with, and he's getting 1/10 of a gram at a time from different accounts, maybe 2 here, 3/10, or whatever he can do at the time. And every other day or so, he's been doing that. And yesterday, he went to go check, and I said, how much you got? He said, hey, man, just in the last few weeks, I've accumulated 8 grams of gold just from doing a little bit at a time. My God, this is amazing. I'm going to shut up. Back to you, brother Jim.
Hey,
Mr. Berger.
Reggie, Rhonda Gail Turner Garner, she invited Reggie, and she thanks Reggie for joining the stream. We want to welcome you, brother Reggie. You're with your family. You're at home. Come on and see what we do and how we do it. We want to also welcome from the DMV, Mr. Gerald Usual, said, I'm on this train already. Come on and join us. We are making sure we're making progress, and we're doing it in a prayerful and expectant way. We expect benefits. Now let's go back to some of the tote board participants. We've also thanked Ms. Roslyn Range for her 13 grams. We want to thank Ms. Monisha Dalco for her 1 gram that Mr. Dalco just used in the example that he gave, right? So that's there. Also 1 gram each. Now you talked about the families who save together, staying together. Here's a mother and daughter team in Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Pat Spell and her daughter Cheryl Ray, they save 1 gram each, and they say they got more coming all along. So let's continue to do these things. And I'm telling you, more of you, you're not bragging about your accomplishments. No. You're not talking about how you did what you did. Mr. Best let you know, and Mr. Dalco and Mr. Thompson, we all agree, nobody got any coins, and don't come around our house acting crazy. But some of y'all just got a 3K combo pack this week, like Cheryl Ray in Atlanta. I'm not going to say anything. But just some of y'all just got an 8K pack this week. Some of you got a 15K pack. You're moving to get things done for your families and secure a future. So please, everybody, put into the comment section on the live feed what it is that you're saving. Let us know how we're moving and how we're making progress. If we're sitting here today with 1,345.3 grams of gold saved among a community that's empowering itself, these are the first steps toward greatness. These are the first steps toward greatness. And don't worry about how daunting it seems to save in gold. Remember the old Chinese proverb. It said the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. The first step is you open your free gold savings account here at Carrot Bars International. Just open a free gold savings account. It doesn't cost anything. It positions you, however, to start saving in gold for yourself and for your family and for the future of your community, and to make a difference where you now can be free of the old idea that you have to be in debt to somebody every day of your life. And then when you die and get buried, your family has to go on time and pay on payments to bury you. Something has to.
Mr. Thompson, can you check your organization? I'm sure this time, it was a false flag last time, but I'm sure this time it's your organization. It looks like a large transfer. Can you check that for me?
I just got finished checking it, Coach. And as a matter of fact, I'm on the line with the young lady right now. That 8K that we was talking about earlier, where they was trying their best. Man, they was trying their best to hold back this sister's money. She said, I'm not letting y'all win. I'm in. She just not
So-
only saved her an 8K, she's a VIP in our business right now. Salute to her,
Okay,
Jocelyn.
so
Real.
Mr. Thompson,
Come on, sir.
some people don't know. Some people don't know what an 8K is. So help the people that are brand new watching the stream. What's an 8K? What do you mean?
8K is one of our exclusive combination packs that our company is blessing us with on a temporary status where you can go in and get a combination of both of our cryptocurrency coins, a KBC coin as well as a KCB coin. They're gifting you a multitude of more coins in by getting the combo pack. And as well as while you get the combo pack, they're giving you dual status precedence in the business of the company as well. So she just went in and she just saluted her money. She saved. She's a goal saver. It is amazing. Jocelyn Burrell, salute to you, sis.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. Mr. Best? Mr.
No,
Best?
I just want to say congratulations. That's outstanding. Another tidbit I want to remind people that what's so powerful about this business is not about one person doing a lot. It's great when people come in and do 20 and 30 grams and 8,000, but it's really about a lot of people doing a little. And that's why I'm constantly emphasizing, build your team, build your team, build your team. Give everybody a shot. 98.6 and breathing with a dream. Okay? Because you think about it, everybody's coming and get themselves 1 gram of gold and you got an organization of 5,000, 10,000, that's 10,000 grams of gold. Oh, some going to do more, some going to do less. But when it all comes together, man, it creates freedom and it creates a debt-free community. It creates an empowered community. Everybody comes together and just do a little, just doing a little. Everybody got to be a superstar, but everybody do their little part. Everybody pick up a shovel and do their little part. Just like on Tuesday, everybody go vote. I ain't going to get political on you today, but everybody go vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm telling you go vote. So I don't want to vote. Okay, well, don't. But just remember, people died for your right to vote. People got shot for your right to vote. People died for your right to be here in this opportunity right now. Okay, and that's a whole nother seminar. I leave it up to Brother Jamil to express that to you. All I'm trying to say is that prices have been paid for us to be here, this opportunity right now. And I think it's a shame. I think it's not to guilt you into thinking about it, but I want you to think about the fact that we can do the things that we can do, that we can mobilize ourselves, the fact that we can be in this business. We had the choice to decide to be in this business. And now, because of the power of technology, because of the vision Mr. Harold cites, we can take this phone and roll for free and penetrate 120 markets regardless of where you live. Think about that for a minute. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter. That's why I tell you, I said, live in your, don't look at your environment. I don't care if you live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I don't care if you're sleeping in your car right now. If you got a cell phone, baby, you got the way out now. Okay.
Say that again, Coach.
You got a dream. You got the way. You be sleeping in your car. Tiffany Dash was sleeping in her car. Okay. Sleeping in her car. And now she's a superstar all over TV. Everybody running around talking about. Okay, there I go again. I'm about to get. Anyway. All I'm saying is that you got to make a decision to pay the price. No matter where you are today, there's no excuses today. If you got a cell phone, baby, and you got a dream, you can make it happen. If you've seen Carabas, you can make it happen because it's not about you and your money. Well, I don't have 5,000. You don't need 5,000. You know somebody with 5,000. You know somebody with money. You know somebody who can afford to get a grant. It's not about you. Get your eyes off yourself and your situation. This is the trick, okay? To get you thinking about my situation. Oh, I'm so bad. Life is so hard. Life is giving me a raw deal. I can't. It ain't about you. Start living in your vision. Start living in your dream. Start living your man. See yourself in that 5,000 square foot home. See yourself in the 3 o'clock garage. See yourself in the pool in the backyard. See yourself driving the car of your dreams. Live there. Don't live in your current environment. Your current environment will keep you right where you are. See yourself beyond that.
Wow.
I'm telling you, the sky's the limit, folks.
Thank you,
You got to get this thing right where you see yourself. Don't let society tell you downridden. Don't let society tell you were a slave. No, you were enslaved, but you were never slave. You were enslaved. There's a difference. Words have power. Okay?
Yes, I just want to add to that. I just want to take a moment. A couple of weeks ago, Coach, I was online trying to make my reservations going down to Miami for the Marriott, and I had to call in and speak to a representative to take care of some issues about my room. And the young lady, when she saw that I was going to a Karatbars event, she started asking me about what the event was, what was I doing, what was it, and me and her struck up a strong conversation. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I pray that she's on this line. She's on this line. I text her. I asked her to jump on because just a few moments ago, Coach, she was just telling me about what you was talking about. She said her circumstance, her job didn't pay her last week. And right now she's facing eviction, and I'm steady reaching out to her, telling her, I got you. You got to get with me. I'm going to show you a way out. She already got her free account, but she doesn't understand what she's holding her hands on. And I hope she's on this line, and I hope she heard what you just said, because she just don't get it. The young lady we was just talking about that went in and got that 8K, she came by way of Marcus Slate Bay. He posted on his Instagram a video that she responded to. He didn't know her from nowhere. So salute to you, Marcus, for just doing the work. It's not about you. It's not about you or your current circumstance. All you got to do is believe that you deserve better. That's it. And God is going to answer your prayers. He's going to deliver to you exactly what you need. Some of us are out here right now. We know somebody who just woke up this morning and prayed, I need a better way. There's got to be something better. One of y'all just jumped on the beltway this morning in rush hour traffic and said to yourself, while you hit the steering wheel, it's got to be a better way. Sick of this foolishness. And then you turn around and you get the call about Karatbars and you turn your hat around. It's like you smack in the face of the person that throws you the life raft. Don't ever say N-O to what you don't, K-N-O-W. Ever. Back to you, Coach.
Amazing, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and neighbors, we've got something going here. Mr. Thompson, thank you for that. Thank you for weighing in on that. We appreciate that. We understand you got other things in the lab and other things working right now. Is that correct, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. My phone is over here cooking right now. I mean, folks is texting me. We got some things that's going on. It's some folks on the line right now as we speak. They're calling in and getting their banks to let go of their money. They calling in and telling them, look, let go of my money. That's mine. It's not yours.
My goodness. My goodness.
So we got some stuff cooking right now. It's coming down the pipe.
Well, we got other things. Your neighbor from way back in the day down in Soldier's World, Southwest Washington. That's right. Dr. Sergio Roselle just weighs in from right here in the DMV, Team Union, 12.5 grams.
Come on, man.
On the books today. Thank you, Dr. Roselle. That's what it's all about. It's Eagle Team, I'm sorry. But that's what it's all about. We're moving to get things done and making things happen. So everybody, let us know what you're doing from around the country. Now, who's all here today, you say? Well, here, Tia Cox is here, and Wendell Migdalel is here, and Yasin Ahmed is here, and Latoya Gold-Pert is with us all the way from Canada. All right, Sister Latoya, good to see you. And again, Rhonda Gail Turner-Garner, she says Hampton is her school. Why is everyone? There's a lot of Hampton on here today, But we're just very grateful that everybody can see and understand that we're doing things that are shaking up the world. And I also want to thank you for the work goes on. Michelle Key is with us again in Atlanta. She says she's fired up and sponsoring people during the live feed. She's doing this and that. She's multitasking. She's yet walking and chewing gum at the same time. So Team Scott is weighing in. Team Scott, Wealth Builders Worldwide, all over the planet. 22 grams from Team Scott. They're in effect today as we move toward our goal. We're going to do these 2 kilograms today. A kilogram in terms of weight is 1,000 grams. 1,000 grams equals about 2.2 pounds. 2.2 pounds times 2 is 4.4 pounds of gold. And some of you at birth, you didn't even weigh 4.4 pounds. Small babies. And so literally, we're doing more today in the poundage, the weight of gold, than some of you were worth at your birth.
Hey, Minister Jamil, real quick.
Yes.
Minister Jamil, real quick, can you confirm, it looks like a large transaction just went through on your organization as well. Can you confirm
my
that?
organization is doing something. Let's see what's happening in my organization. I know how to do this because I have.
While we wait till I have.
That is, yes.
One of you guys' business partners,
yeah, that's
Mr.
correct.
Kyle X. Brown. Mr. Brown, if you can unmute yourself. You want to share something with us today?
Peace, family. Oh man, I'm so fired up. I'm so happy. First of all, you all are the dream team. I feel like I'm a child again back in the 90s watching the Chicago Bulls play. It's so amazing. But this is so phenomenal. I was just telling my business partner, Ricardo Hamilton, yesterday, Carrot Bars is so good that this is the first time in life where I have that surreal feeling that I've heard people talk about, where I feel like I'm dreaming and I need someone to pinch me. That's the first time I've had this feeling. Carrot Bars is that good. And I know I'm not dreaming. I simply said yes when someone shared the opportunity with me. And thank God I did. So that's all I got to say. Let's keep it going. Ahoo.
All right. Ahoo. And we want to thank you, Brother Kyle. We see that Carrot Bars agrees with you and you're able to do things you couldn't do before, because clearly you got you some Beats by Dre. We see the Beats by Dre that you're rocking. So the life is good for you. And so we can do that. Mr. Dalco, the message that I just sent to you behind the scenes is a confirmation. If you'd like to, you may. If you'd like me to, I can.
That's your team, brother. That's your team.
We want to congratulate and thank for her hard work and coming to Carrot Bars, and for the hard work of Mr. Elton Muhammad and Mr. Hillman Muhammad that brought her to the table, Sister Ali Muhammad. Sister Ali is out there in Rialto, California, the Inland Empire, and she has gone in and gotten 74 grams of gold. 74 grams of gold. I'm saying this is something going on here, y'all. There's something going on. There's something happening all over this world. Carrot Bars International is making differences for us. Did I get the number right, Mr. Delco? I want to make sure in that package I got the number right. I don't want to overstate that. But that's and so we want to make sure that we welcome her. And y'all going to put a little message there. Go ahead, Sister Ali. You spell it O-L-L-I-E. Sister Ali been caught the trolley, and she's making things happen in this and she's changing things. And why shouldn't we change things? I got grandchildren. Some of y'all that follow me on Facebook, you see how pretty my grandchildren are. You don't really believe they're actually mine, because they but those little babies, I got to do something different for them. And if no one else sees a way to do it, Pop has to see a way. And I want to ask each of you to remember that you somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's son, daughter, neighbor, friend, somebody's husband or ex-husband, and you're somebody's dad, somebody's grandfather. Do something for the people around you by doing something for yourself. And thank you, Brother Antoine Sistrunk, for your congratulations. And Sister Ali, I want to thank you for all of the things that we're doing. And these things are happening all over the world. From Zola Yee, we want to welcome you onto the Gram-A-Thon today. And we are doing it. Pirates Nation, is it? If I see one more, Mr. Beth, one more. Okay. Anyway, so we're.
I'm texting them all, man. I said, Hampton's blowing up. Okay. I'm texting everybody.
Blowing up hard. And I want to thank you. Look, this is what's happening. Sister Michelle, you let us know how your sponsorships are going during the Gram-A-Thon. This is a great time for us to reach out and connect people with what Carrot Bars International can do, with what Wealth Builders Worldwide actually represents. This is a great time to let them know what's going on. to let them know what's happening and let them know what they can do. Because if you have vision, you can prosper. And if you got a dream, that's nice, but dream bigger. And once you get finished dreaming that bigger dream, to go get you another one that's even bigger than that one. And keep dreaming bigger all the time, because your work can never be as any larger than your dream actually is. So keep your dream and don't let anything limit your dream. Don't let anything stop your dream. They tell me that in North Philadelphia, in the early part of the 20th century, there was a young boy, impoverished and poor, but he kept playing the saxophone because he believed he could do something. And he got better, and he got better, and he got better. And now we know him as John Coltrane, because Train got there and he did what he had to do, and he made his dream a reality because he believed in what he could do through that saxophone, and his horn made a difference. This is your way to make a musical accompaniment to the life that you've been living. Let's do something for ourselves. Let's make a change. I'm going to take you back now to Mr. Ty Best, because there's some vision that he wants to share with us, and I want to hear from our leader. Mr. Best?
I say I want to comment on Mr. Brother Kyle X. Brown, because I hope young folks are watching. Just one thing, folks with that gray hair like you and I got, Brother Muhammad, and we coming to the table late. And let's look at Mr. Kevin Thompson. But when you see a young brother, doing this thing, you understand these young millennials, they get it, man. They're saying, look, I'm not going to work in some system for the next 50 years and end up broke. And he's setting an example, because when young folks see him do it and see the lifestyle that he's going to be living the next 12 to 24 months with no job, no boss, no employee, my hat's off to you, man, because the kind of commitment it takes to have the kind of focus you've shown since I've known you and watched you. And I'm telling you, man, I almost come into tears when I that just sounds soft, but I can't help it, man. This thing emotionally grabs me. It does. It just grabs me. And when people like you come on, I say, oh my God, because I know I was 28 when I saw the dream. I was 28 when I saw the dream, and I got free at 40. You 20, you 20s, you young. You set an example for all these young people out there desperately looking for something, and that feeling you feel is happiness. They say happiness is when you have a dream. They say it's impossible. We're goal-seeking individuals. That's our DNA, that's our spirit. And we're the most happy when we're in the process of accomplishing or chasing a dream. Mr. Delco said the other day, he says, I've never been this happy in my life. Why? Because when you're in the process of chasing a dream, accomplishing a dream, and seeing the fruition of that dream, it makes you happy. And when you see other people around you achieving their dream and you are helping them achieve your dream, it even makes you happier. You become giddy. You smiling all the time. Everything's a joy. Nothing upsets you. And so, man, I'm so happy for you, Mr. Brown. And I'm happy for all the folks on the team who see this thing, who are stepping out on faith, not understanding everything. Because even when you think you understand, Mr. Harris likes to come on with something new. So you need to relax, enjoy this journey. And do what? What do?
We save a lot of gold.
We take this paper and we buy this gold.
That's right.
Keep it that simple. Learn all the stuff you got to learn. Take this paper. Okay, I shouldn't say buy, that's the wrong word. Exchange it for this gold, because you're not buying it. You're exchanging this paper for this gold. This declining paper has no value other than value given our mind, printed out of thin air, and you get it for what? A tangible product based on what it takes to extract it from the land. That's where its value comes. This is God's money. This is God's money. Oh, Lord, there's stacks of stuff all around the house. Anyway, stacks of stuff behind me on the shelf. Man, please.
Well,
okay.
Now look at it. That's real money, and we're going to count some real money right now. Let's go back to the 5 boroughs of New York, hustled and nestled there, nestled against the edge of the Hudson River and the East River in New York City. Mr. Rodney Berger's with us, and he has the latest updated figures on the progress of today's Gram-A-Thon. Mr. Berger, what's happening at the big tote board?
My mouth is still trying to get off the floor when I see Mr. Fast holding that stack of gold, man. Like,
right.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, so listen, guys, right now at the 5 o'clock hour, we are looking at 1,388.8 grams of gold that has been coming through, taking away, getting rid of that paper dollar of no value, and Mr. Dalco, this week is rung in my heart ever since you said this. We're just taking the money out of one pocket and we're putting it in the other pocket with real money, with gold. Man, guys, let's go. This is amazing. I'm enjoying this this day with you guys, and let's keep going. And back to you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Mr. Berger. I want to.
Our CEO, Mr. Michael Delco, at this time. Mr. Delco, give us a little information that contextualizes what we're seeing right now. What are we actually witnessing taking place on the Gram-A-Thon, Mr. Delco?
I don't think it can really be encapsulated on this call. I don't think we have enough time, Minister Jamil. First thing is, I want to give proper credit. That was Jamil Muhammad that said, take the paper out of one pocket and put gold in the other. That's a visual for you to really understand the magnitude of what we're doing. But I want to add just a little bit more. When me and Mr. Thompson were talking about the software package that lets us track the activity by the second, as you were eloquently talking us through the Gram-A-Thon, Brother Muhammad, I was able to see a large purchase in your organization. I didn't know it was your organization. I could copy on the username, paste it, copy, paste it, until I found a username that I recognized, and I recognized yours, right? So when Mr. Best says, not only do I don't have those big stacks like that. That made me nervous. I mean, a big stack of cash and a big stack of gold. And what's a trip is when you guys, Mr. Best, put those stacks back up on the camera, and I'll see if I can articulate the point I'm trying to make. Watch this, guys. And I almost want to ask the people on Facebook, all right, now you hold that. Now hold the cash in the other hand. I almost want to ask the people on Facebook, all right, that's your left hand that the cash is in, right, Mr. Best? All right, so Facebook Live.
Yes, sir.
What would you rather have, left hand or right hand? Okay, hold them up again, Mr. Best. Would you rather have the cash in the left hand or the gold in the right hand? Which one would you rather have? And this is why I love carrot bars. Mr. Best doesn't have to choose. See, we get caught up in these false equivalency tests. Would you rather have the cash or the gold? In carrot bars, you don't have to choose. When people say, what do I do with the gold? Mr. Best, do you have to spend the gold?
No. And Mr. Delco, the other thing is the cash keep coming. Carrot bars can take you to next level problems. You say, I ain't spent last week's cash. It ain't like you living paycheck to paycheck. It's like, man, look. I haven't spent last week's cash or last week's cash or last week, and I got a stack of gold. And wait, you talking about how you just went back there and saw that gold in Mo's account? I went back to buy some to take advantage of that $500 program in one of my other accounts yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, I hadn't looked back there. Went back there to check, and it was 120 grams of gold back there. I said, when did I do that? I don't remember. I don't know if I bought them or the company gave them to me.
Because you're in a system. Look, Tanisha Glaspie is driving around in the middle of the day and look in her hand.
That's
right.
She got to fan herself.
Look, talk about some of those products, Tanisha. Just talk about it real quick. I want people to see that again.
Well, I have the Voices of Africa card as well that Mr. Best mentioned.
You might be muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
You hold this one.
Okay, you're supposed to put this one close to your heart. Wear it close to your heart. It gives you a certain kind of energy. I keep this on me all day long.
Wow.
This one says, I love you. Will you marry me? This is a Student of the Month card I got for my daughter. You can create your own branding cards.
Oh,
and then
my
I have
goodness.
5 grams and some other stuff. But I keep gold on me. Well, I shouldn't say that out loud, huh? Robert Kiyosaki says you're supposed to keep what you want to make on you, on your person, or as close to you as you possibly can. So I keep this on me. But I guess I'm not gonna do that no more since I just said that.
All you can do
I
is
don't have
get
any
your
gold.
bodyguard.
But also, guys, a gold is an attractor of wealth.
Say that.
Yes, sir.
So when you stack gold, you attracting more wealth to you. Yeah, I got my Voice of Africa card right there. I love that card. Got the Voice of Africa card, but I also got my Collector Wealth Builders Worldwide card.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
right. Okay, I got those too. They're in the back office too. You get one of those too. I keep those. Hey, I'm on the team. That's my Wealth Builders Worldwide card. And it says, what do? We show people the infinite possibility of their lives and the power of their dreams. Okay? I mean, see, man, this ain't no game. What you get kept? This ain't no game. This is serious business. Okay?
Serious.
So, serious business. Okay? We changing the world. 1 gram at a time, 1 person at a time.
So the point I was making there, Mr. Best, before I took myself down a rabbit trail, there's Roger Williams flashing his own money, is I was able, God, this is so big. Let me tell y'all a story. A friend of mine, his name is Nate, he picks up the phone one day. He heard about this company, Carrot Bars. He picks up the phone one day and he calls Ty Best. He knew him from 30 years prior when he was a young man. He kept his number and remembered his number. He calls Mr. Best to ask him, did he know about Carrot Bars and was he in? Mr. Best said yes. He asked him, would he sign him up? Mr. Best signed him up, and then he calls me and signs me up. 103 days after I'd signed up, I was able to quit my job. I signed up a gentleman who I grew up with named Johnny Price, who signed up his sister, who signed up her daughter, who signed up a guy named Demi, who signed up another gentleman named James, who signed up Kevin Thompson, who signed up James Muhammad. Now, if you followed that genealogy, your mind should already be blown because I didn't know any of them. And Ty Best didn't know me. And here we are, all the way to Mr. Jamil Muhammad, who stayed on the phone last night till 2 or 3 in the morning, helping the young lady who just got her 3K and somebody got the 8K. All that happened through Jamil Muhammad. And I'm able to see it in real time. And like Mr. Best said, not only are we saving gold for ourselves, having a bunch of fun, making money, we get to help other people and we see it happen in real time. Then you wonder why we all got bloodshot eyes. And that was a story. That was a 5-year story that I talked about in 4 minutes. You see why we can't sleep. This is the real deal.
And the real deal is what makes it so special, Mr. Delco, because we used to lose sleep over that which was ethereal and fleeting and falling. Mm-hmm. We used to lose sleep chasing a dream in the street. We used to lose sleep chasing that doggone cocaine. We used to lose sleep in the street chasing drugs and all kinds of negative things. But now we've turned around and we're seeing our way to the future, and we're losing sleep in a joyous expression. We now are coming together next week, and I want to make sure you know about it. The 9th and 10th of November, you got to make your way to the Baltimore, Washington megapolis. You got to make your way to the BWI Marriott, to the Best Western Hotel in New Carrollton, Maryland, and be with Mr. Michael Delco and Mr. Tyrone Best. They'll be in the city sharing not just these nuggets, but more, sharing with you the things that need to be done to make you and your family free. I wouldn't let nothing stop me from getting there, because if I was picking cotton and I found out that Harriet Tubman was coming to town, I'd find a way out that cotton field to go find a way to get free. If I found out that somebody was teaching me something that was beneficial and better for me, I'm going to find a way to get there. So you make sure you make reservations. Mr. Delco will give you the information before we leave the Gram-A-Thon. But in our last hour together, in the time that we get a chance to spend together, let's make sure we give ourselves a raise, pay ourselves, look out for our family. If you can hold up the cash, hold up the gold one more time, Mr. Best, to show the difference. The old world going out is paper. The new world coming in, solid gold, baby. The old world is just fleeting paper that can decay on a whim, but the solid gold of that which is to come is far better for what we have. Somebody once said that the latter state will be better than the former state. And we believe that that is the truth. Let me thank Brother Lakeem Muhammad from Queens, New York. He's in here with 2 grams. Everybody, don't forget to go back into the comment section on the Facebook Live feed and get what you're giving. Let us know what you're giving, what you're contributing to yourself, what you're giving to yourself, and I use that language, giving purposely, because sometimes you feel guilty for saving. You feel guilty for getting paid. You got to break out of that. But while you're still in it, let me tell you that you're giving to yourself. Does that make you feel better? You got to give to yourself and continue to give to yourself, because everybody else will take from you. Brother Antoine, you hit it right, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Pay yourself first. McDaniel Rawlings is with us on the line. We thank you for being with us. Marie Stafford, welcome back, Sister Marie. She's with us. And all the way from South Africa, Brother Famelo Milton Mazadeki says to us, tell us about that weekend and how important is that weekend? The weekend, November 9th and 10th, is like a small version of Let's Go Weekend. If you're in Carrot Bars and you want your business to grow, you got to be in DC next week. If you don't come to DC, and you could, your business may be set back 6 to 8 months in its development. And 6 to 8 months in a fast-moving business like this, an industry that's changing like this, where else can you find one entity that has blockchain technology, a cryptocurrency trading exchange, two denominations of cryptocurrency, one an asset currency, the other one an investment currency? Who else has a cryptocurrency bank? Who else owns 2 gold mines? Who else has a gold depository in Hong Kong? Who else has a worldwide network of over 600,000 affiliates, bringing the message that common people can save gold? This isn't happening anywhere else. Alan Greenspan and the leaders of the Federal Reserve are not sharing with you. There's nobody at Citibank, at Bank of America, at Chase. There's nobody sharing with you at Wells Fargo and telling you, come on in the boardroom. We'd like to divide our dividends with you, the saver. But Harold Sykes is a visionary leader. He's saying, why don't we transfer the wealth to the people and let the people enrich their lives? And when the people enrich their lives, how much better will it be for the entire community of people? That is an unlikely place for this to come from. But what that is what Dr. Martin Luther King used to call the beloved community. The beloved community. Mr. Betts said earlier, we need a community that is debt-free, that is empowered. That's that beloved community. This is all kinds of people doing this. We've done away with isms and schisms and divisions. There's no more people here arguing about race and ethnicity and gender and orientation of political belief. Away with that. What there is here is the unity of a people who see that we all together, in all of our differences and variations, we make up what Mayor David Dinkins once called the beautiful mosaic. That's who we are at Carrot Bars International. That's what we represent at Wealth Builders Worldwide. And this is your chance to become a part of it. So we want to thank all of you for these contributions and these great participation that you're doing today. Kevin Melinder, thank you so much for being with us, always moving these things forward. John Leonard is with us. He said all roads lead to Carrot Bars. From Shanae Matthews, Carrot Bars, baby, in her Biggie Smalls voice. And there's also we've got a lot of Biggie Smalls fans on here. I saw Latoya Pert. She said from Canada. She said, "Give me the gold. Give me the gold," in her Biggie Smalls voice. So I appreciate all you notorious.
Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Your team is on fire. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're moderating today. I don't know. But part of what we do also is we teach people around the world not only to save gold and refer others and earn a monthly commission. There's also this thing called business packages. And it's when people acquire a package to increase their income and not just get paid monthly, but it also get paid weekly through everything that transpires in their organization. and somebody on your team just got a silver business package. So congrats to that person. That's one more gram that's in that business package. Congrats to you. 1.1 gram, because there's a 1/10 of a gram cash goal in there as well.
That's right.
So, you know, it's no mystery to me. Mr. Best always says there are no secret millionaires in Carrot Bars. You'll know who has a lot of success. Mr. Best, I was up with these guys and ladies last night, 1 and 2 in the morning. They talking like it's 9 o'clock in the morning having coffee, man. They bright-eyed, still dressed. I'm like, this is crazy.
I saw that look in your eye when you came on our Zoom the other night. We were up. That was our 4th Zoom of the evening. We had gotten together.
Man.
Came on, Mr. Delco, and you looked at the screen with the feed, and you began to study us. We were all sitting there. Some of us had on ascots, and we were drinking the fine beverages of our choice, and we were enjoying an evening, helping one another. And you looked at us like, these are some strange people, but we are not just strange for no reason at all. We're not just oddballs. We're different. We stand out. We may be economically eccentric. We may be financially far out, but we're making changes that the whole world is waiting to see. And I want to thank Mr. Wright 09 for acquiring that silver business package today in our organization. Welcome to Team Freedom. Welcome to the Woodward Group. Welcome to Wealth Builders Worldwide and to Carrot Bars International. So there's more and more at work as we're going. Let's go keep going, everybody. Kimberly Henning is with us today, and she's making sure that she contributes to the Gram-A-Thon count. From Vanessa Carter, when I share this, people are in disbelief of envy. What's wrong with that? They're envious because they didn't think of it first. Some people are jealous. The jealous people will come with it. Jealous is all right, but envious, ooh, there's a problem. Envy is a terrible way to feel, but you can't worry about haters. You got to keep on going.
But Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
The whole, man, now let me try not to go down this rabbit trail.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole envy and jealousy thing, that is a learned behavior. That's a learned behavior. We're jammed into a mold of being divided, and it is intentionally done, and it's a learned behavior. We're taught to divide spiritually, politically, racially, and economically. You put 4 babies in a room. You put a black baby, a white baby, a Hispanic baby, and an Asian baby in a room, and they will be pulling each other's ears and licking and kissing on each other and pulling each other's hair and laughing and rolling around. They have no concept, none, of religion, race, ethnicity,
or finance,
culture,
or finances.
Nothing. You can put a king's grandbaby in the room with a pauper's grandbaby, and those babies will love and hug on each other, and they won't let go. They have absolutely no concept of separation, none. And then we grow up, and slowly, unity is beaten out of us. It's so gradual. It's in the TV shows and the radio stations that we listen to, and the music that we hear, and the culture, and the church we go to, and the school we go to, and the neighborhood. And we're edged out culturally and economically from having the diversity that we were designed to have. We were never meant to be separated like this.
Mm-hmm.
You look on the stream right here, and if you're culturally biased, you see Black people. Rodney Berger doesn't have his camera on, but even when he turns it on, he's got this hue about himself, but you probably see Black people. That's your culture that taught you to see Black people.
That's right.
What's on this stream is people. There's not a person on this stream that doesn't love their family and want to take care of their family.
That's
and
right.
build a better life for themselves and leave a legacy for their heirs. Everybody on the stream has that in common. Everybody. So you have to understand that we are enthralled in this Carrot Bars mission because it's pulling together everybody, all different religions. Minister Jamal is a Muslim. I'm Christian. There are people that may be on this stream that are atheists, Buddhists, Hindu. It doesn't matter when it comes to how you love your family, what your goals are for your future. You want to be healthy and happy and wealthy. Everybody wants the same thing.
That's right.
There's nobody that wants to be sick, broke, and tired.
That's right.
They want to be healthy, wealthy, and happy.
That's right.
All of us.
That's what unites us is a dream.
It's the dream.
That's unites
Tanisha
us.
standing in front of that mansion. Everybody wants, nobody wants to say, nobody grows up and say, I want to live in a shack. We all want to be wealthy. We were taught to believe that I don't need all of that. That's a lie. It is a lie. Everybody, if you don't think money is important, quit your job. Everybody is after wealth. We've been taught to believe we don't need that much. That's selfish. How dare you just earn enough to take care of your family when there's untold riches available on this planet? I want to be a multi-trillionaire.
Go ahead.
Because every time I'm driving downtown and I look to the left and under the bridge, I see 30 tents. I've got to change that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm going to get my big mansion. Yes, I'm going to get my nice vehicles and my scooters. Yes, I like scooters.
Scooters?
But I'm also going to change the world. I am going to change the world. These people on the stream, we're changing the world. We're wealth builders worldwide. Because we're teaching people around the world to build wealth. We don't sell products, goods, or services. We sell people on the infinite possibilities of their lives.
And the power of their dreams.
And the power of their dreams. And we sell people on never giving up because we believe
that's a noble cause.
A noble cause.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it's easy to quit. The whole world is trying to make you quit. They got you tricked into believing the only way to make money is to get a job. And that is the worst way to make money. It's the worst way. Because no matter how much you earn, you got to finance your lifestyle. And if you ever stop earning, your lifestyle is gone. Where we're teaching people to finance your lifestyle without labor and save in an appreciating asset. Oh, I'm fired up.
Yes, you are.
I'm completely fired up because the guy to my left, he changed my life with a few words. He made me believe in myself, which society had caused me to lose belief. Because you know how it is. We make mistakes. We make financial mistakes, relationship mistakes, spiritual mistakes, personal mistakes. We make mistakes, legal mistakes. We make mistakes. And the world makes you believe that somehow you're no longer worth it. And then you get one person that'll speak life into your spirit. And all of a sudden you go, really? Oh, for real? And they go, yeah, I got you. And they walk you hand in hand into your first free enterprise commission. And boy, when that first one, when you make that first $10 without the old system, and you realize you can earn without somebody paying you, that you earned it, and that you created a residual income stream without somebody doling you off a little paycheck. Nothing frustrates me more than a 70-year-old person that's afraid to earn in a free enterprise system because they're afraid they might lose their government dole. It's a mindset. You let your child go to school for 6 years and they already on the road to ruin. I'm sick of it. I'm an unapologetic networking advocate. And not just networking, I learned today, once and for all, I settled this. Carrot bars, baby. It's carrot bars because only carrot bars gives you the big three solutions in one program. Inflation proof. Inflation proof. You got to stop inflation, and that's our product, which is gold, and our crypto, which is backed by gold. You need residual income because we're all getting older. Okay? And you got to stop taxation. So you need a home-based business. And I just described Karatbars. Go ahead, Big Pill.
Question, is there any other corporation on the planet that actually has developed and is developing a universe?
No, there's not.
I didn't think so. Karatbars universe, baby. That's why we're here.
And what does Mr. Williams mean by universe? When I go to buy my luxury vehicle, they got to come inside the universe. I'm not buying outside it. See, we're fixing what the powers that be broke.
Teach.
We're fixing it. We're fixing what they broke because it was never designed. Our Constitution demands that our money be gold and silver. I don't know how we let these clowns change the Constitution. I'm done.
Mr. Delco. Thank you. Miss Glaspie, go right ahead, ma'am.
I was just going to say, I spoke with someone that's over 60 a couple days ago, and they told me they were looking for a third job. They need a third. Why do you need a third job? You've been working 60 over, well, they're over 60. So you've been working over 40 years, still can't retire. You can't afford to retire, and you're going to look for another job. So you've had jobs all your life. None of them have ever made you wealthy. So why would you look for another one? I'm 20 years younger than this person, and I don't have a job. I don't understand. Why will you continue to look for a job? If 2 aren't working, you think 3 is going to work?
What kind of math is that?
Let me say something that because it's insidious. Robert Kiyosaki, one of his thing on Facebook, said, getting hooked on a paycheck is the worst thing that ever happened in your life. And 95% of the population hooked on a paycheck. Has been hooked on the fact they somebody got to feed them, somebody got to take care of them, the boss got to clothe them. And that has everything in the world to do with self-image. And just indulge me for, it's going to take me a couple minutes to sort of share this story with you. You hear me all the time make the statement that most people have a well-defined sense of inferiority, a low self-image. You walk into your life and you say, hey, you can make $100,000 a year from home, or you can make $1 million. And everything society has convinced them they can't do it. Okay, you understand? This is not us. Society has been convinced them between the education system, their job, their boss, their family, their friends, they've been convinced they can't do it. Now, as former enslaved people, we got it even worse.
Yes, sir.
Because we've been convinced that we're not worthy at all. Okay, I mean, it's deep. That Willie Lynch program and all that stuff about you 1/3 of a man, you half of a human being, and dehumanize of this spirit that we went through 400 years in this country is deep. It's deep. And so I use an example. We have to consciously overcome that. Until you are consciously aware that you're walking around with this low self-image you don't know. And it's ingrained through the media, it's ingrained through. So just bear with me as I tell this story for a minute. My son was maybe 7, 8 years old. And we was at the movie theater watching this movie called The Chamber, I believe it was, with Gene Hackman. Okay. And it was about what was going on in Mississippi at the time during the civil rights movement. Make a long story short. I'm trying to make this short. And Gene Hackman was this crazy racist dude. And he was being accused of killing these 3 kids, these 3 white kids, okay, through a bombing incident. But they really have no evidence. They really had no evidence on it. You follow me? Just bear with me for a minute. Try to hang on while I tell this story. This is the programming. They had no evidence of it. And they was about to accuse him at 60 years old. He was old and started getting feeble. And they said they had no evidence. They're going to put this poor man in jail. And they got no evidence to prove that he killed these 3 kids, these 3 white kids. Watch this now. But right in the movie, a black guy touched his son, his white son, and he took a double-barrel shotgun and shot this white guy to death right in his front yard. This black guy to death right in his front yard. Follow me now. He took out a shotgun right on camera, shot this black guy for just touching his white son. because his son was having the two kids were playing and they was having an argument. And so the black guy separated the black kid and white kid for having an argument. He took his shotgun. I said, don't you dare touch my kid, and shot this black guy right there on screen. But by the end of the movie, you've forgotten that he shot this black guy, and you were feeling sorry for the fact they're about to hang an innocent man for killing 3 white kids without evidence. I looked at my son as he's sitting right beside me. I said, listen, you feeling sad for this white man right now, don't you? He said, what? I said, you feeling sad right now, don't you? So right, I said, see, that's the dehumanization of the African Americans. What? You saw him kill an African right there on the screen, and you've forgotten about that because we're not important, but they're about to hang him for killing, without enough evidence for killing 3 white kids, and your self-image is so bad, you didn't care about him killing the black guy, but you feeling sorry, but he about to be killed for maybe innocently killing 3 white people. I said, now you can say, what does that mean? What are you saying? I'm saying that we got to value ourselves because this programming is deep within our conscious and subconscious, and we don't get it. The first thing that awakened my mind was I was maybe 13, 14 years old, and I read Dr. Naeem Akbar's book, The Commuter of Self. Okay, he said, you got to deprogram yourself in this stuff, and you got to start believing in your self-worth. You got to start believing in your own personal wealth and power. Okay, and you got to be conscious of every single thing, images on TV, things you read in the magazine, the image they project. You got to fight these things. And then when somebody come along with a business opportunity like Carrot Bars, with the opportunity to say you can change your life, you start to accept that. And inch by inch, you start to crawl you out of it. You start to believe in you're worthy. It all starts with what you think and what's going on and how you've been programmed. And you got to make a conscious decision to deprogram yourself and reprogram yourself to believe you are more powerful and that you have magnificent gifts and things to give this universe, and you're worthy of being free. That's my lecture for today. I'm done.
Brothers and sisters, you can see we're in the right place at the right time. Between our leadership, and I want to say this, Mr. Dalco, Mr. Best, Mr. Thompson, and Mr. Battle, Ms. Glaspie, Mr. Williams, the Big Pill, and all of us who have gathered here, and all of you who are teaching me and enriching my life, thank all of you for this that human beings are doing together to enhance the quality of life for human beings. When we do this, we have no idea the richness of our own experience and how it will be to make this way for us. Let me go back to the actual ticker tape before we go back into Mr. Berger. I want to thank from Queens, New York, Sister Jamila Muhammad, 1 gram of gold. From Nicole Knox, 18 grams of gold. She's doing her thing now. From the Golden Butterfly, 11 grams of gold. Prosperity Gold number 7, 6 grams of gold. Save for Self. And earlier, just earlier, Miss Edith Smith from Atlanta, Georgia, also a part of Team Freedom, Brother Kevin, and the Woodward Group, 74 grams of gold in savings. So we're moving ahead, and nothing can stop us from making the vision that Mr. Dalco is articulating and that Mr. Best is putting a rock solid understanding of. Nothing can stop us from putting this into play. So let's go now to New York. Oh, and by the way, Sister Daylin Whitley, you know Sister Daylin, she usually says no name, but that's a name for us. Sister Daylin, she's got 6 grams of gold. Sister Daylin, always good to see you and always good to hear that you're doing the right thing. Now, let's now take in the PATH train from New Jersey. Let's go under Journal Square down in Jersey City and go under the Hudson River back over to New York and hear from Brother Rodney Berger. Mr. Berger, what do we have on the big board right now?
You know, I'm just sitting here. I feel like a sponge, just taking all this in. This is amazing today. You know, every Gram-A-Thon is, like Ms. Beth always says, it's also training. And if you just really pay attention, so many nuggets are coming in. So listen, whew. I got to scream, but I'm not going to. But listen, all right, at 5:30, we have reached up to 1,490.3 grams of gold that's been inching its way up to replace those dollar or those $100 bills in that stack there. But listen, gold always gonna win. Gold always gonna be greater than paper money. So listen, guys, keep doing it. We're excited for you. Man, can you just see the wealth that's being developed right now
Yes.
in families all around the world? To the people around the world on this stream today. And I want to take this opportunity, Mr. Delco, look at me, sir. I know everybody else, they said to call your sponsor, to call the person who invited you to the Care Bar. Well, I get to do it live, and what an honor I have. Here we go. To do it live, Mr. Delco, thank you for sharing this amazing program with me and my family. Our lives will never be the same. Thank you for being patient. It took me 6 months, but I'm so glad I'm here. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for helping me to develop the skills I didn't realize I had. And I just had to take this moment to say thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Love you. Back to you, sir.
Mr. Delco, this is the moment that everybody, and Mr. Berger, I'm not going to join the crying team because that's not what I do. What? I'm not crying. Listen, I want to thank everybody. Let's go back to the ticker tape. We want to thank everybody for their contributions to themselves and for the example set for the entire team. From Chiser to 4.1 grams of gold under the leadership of Rhonda Gail Turner Garner. We want to thank, now here's again a mother and daughter team there in New Jersey. We want to thank Sister Dr. Gwendolyn Bonner. She bought her mother purchased 5 grams, and then Dr. Bonner purchased 4 grams. See how she did that? 5 for mom, 4 for me. The family order's in place and everybody's saving in gold. We want to thank Marie Stafford for bringing us up to the total now. She said, yes, and you're correct, ma'am, 1,490.3 grams of gold. And nobody made Dante Taylor cry, but he said he might be crying too. James Hayes said, Burger King, don't you start now. I'm getting started. And Marcus Cook says the thing that we're all thinking right now, to God be the glory.
Absolutely.
In this great effort. Mr. Delco?
Yeah, I want to share something with you guys on my Instagram. I'm going to play it. I want you to just watch it. I think it'll speak for itself. So just kind of watch this, guys, on my Instagram right here. Let me share my screen. And this is what, Mr. Berger, thank you, for real. Thank you for saying that. And it's so funny to receive a thank you from a person when all you're really trying to do is do your part to help as many people as possible, as fast as possible, as Mr. Best has taught me. But guys, watch this video right here. And this is what Mr. Best is talking about. If you don't find a way to make money without your own physical effort, you'll work until you die. Check this video out. There you go. That's a 30-second clip. Now, if that doesn't preach, talk, teach, that brother could barely walk, man. I'm telling you, when we were getting our food, I almost didn't even want to order. I was so hurt. He wasn't the only one. He wasn't the oldest one. I saw just old men walking around, hopping cars, man. And I did my best to tip as hard as I could. I tried to empty my pockets on that brother, man, because it's some serious stuff. People don't understand how simple this industry and carrot bars is. And one of the reasons why we have these Gram-A-Thons, we're not trying to prove a point. We're not giving to some charity that we don't know what's doing with the money. We're having fun saving for ourselves. But for real, what Ty Best said, we spend 3 hours just pouring out our hearts. And this particular Gram-A-Thon got a little interesting and emotional because of Mr. Berger, but real talk, man, that's what we're dealing with. That's somebody's dad, granddad, uncle, brother, and he's hobbling to the next car. And he's been at this so long, he probably can't even change his mind to know another way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know he's in pain and discomfort and hurt and sick.
You can see the pain. You can see it.
Living. Right.
You know, Mr. Delco, Tanisha Glaspie made a point a few minutes ago talking about the person that wanted the 3 jobs or the 3rd job or whatever. And, you know, it's just so surreal because, I mean, sometimes we don't just take the moment and just reflect and think about it realistically. If you're anywhere over 40 years old, anywhere over 40, 9 times out of 10, you've been working for the last 25 to 30 years on a job. And literally, if you do the math on that, to have $10,000 right now today would mean that you just only put away $27 a month. Had somebody had the wherewithal to teach you, to share with you and say, listen, just set aside the equivalent of a Papa John's combo pack. Just put it over there to the side. Pay it to yourself once a month. Once a month. You can't even put your hands on a $10,000 stack right now today. I mean, it just breaks my heart to know so many people. I mean, they just one flat tire away from, man, catastrophe.
Yep.
One accident away. I mean, let the job not pay you 1 week. And I mean, your children, and then right now, here today, we in November. Right now, you got so many people ramping up, getting ready for this so-called Black Friday, and already getting prepared for
come on,
all of this
man.
crap. They got us in the consumer mindset, and you get ready to go lie to your children and tell them about Santa Claus and all this other crap. Pay all of this money to go into debt. And you won't even take $27 and put it away for you or your family. And here we are teaching you and telling you, transfer it and put it in an appreciating asset, you know, and you want to turn your hat around. You want to look at us like we crazy or something. No, you crazy, stupid.
This has been a message from Kevin 2X Thompson to you and to me. And it's a message that we should take to heart. We don't have to stay stupid. We don't have to stay stuck on stupid. We can move in the direction of wisdom. And we can move with the encouragement and the uplift and the positive reinforcement of being in this circle called Wealth Builders Worldwide. An organization within Karatbars International that is actually true to its name, Wealth Builders Worldwide. Mr. Delco talked about Boris over in Belgium. That's a real member of Wealth Builders Worldwide. We've got family in the Philippines. We've got family in Trinidad and Tobago. We've got family in the United Kingdom and even over in France. Good to see you, Brother Kareem Diallo, in Paris, France. But all of us are working together for a common cause. And that's what creates the synergy, the balance, the great commonality between all of us. And so as we now draw this Gram-A-Thon to its climax and conclusion, I'm going to go back in and ask everybody, make sure that now you put in the comment section what you've been doing. Let's talk about, don't re-enter what you've already saved now and haven't saved anything else. But let's go in and enter what you're saving right now, what you're going to do right now. And we welcome these brothers and sisters from around the planet. There's Jamila Weimers Magogo from South Africa. She's on the live stream right now. She's on the live stream right now. And in South Africa, it's midnight. But she's up and full of the fun to make this happen.
Right.
He's full of the fire. It's great. Finance the boss Parkinson. He said, look, he might have been moved by Mr. Berger's words too, but we're all moving in the right direction. And that's the thing that keeps us together. So let's make sure we continue to recognize what you're giving, what you're saving for yourself and for your family.
Right now, Mr. Brother Jamil and Mr. Delco, I just had the thought in my head, and I said, man, a few minutes ago, most of us was putting up the different cards that we have, and Tanisha Glassby showed all of those wonderful cards that she have, and so forth and so on, and it just it stuck out to me real quick. I think it was Roger Williams, or it might have been you, Coach, that put up on the screen the Wealth Builders Worldwide card. Can you put that up there one more time, real quick? Somebody that got their hands on one, just put it up and show it real quick, because I just want to make a point. I'm right now literally in my back office, getting ready to go in and purchase me one of those cards.
Yes, sir.
I'm a wealth builder.
That's right.
I'm a wealth builder. And I'm saying that to say that if you on this stream and you on this team, every single one of us at least need to have one of those cards to represent that somebody had the wherewithal to turn this switch on your mind and paying yourself first, and created a team and a group of individuals, a movement.
That's right.
It should be a badge of honor to pull one of those out of your wallet. And I'm thinking about it. I'm saying, man, I'm mad that I don't know. I'm literally in my back office right now about to get one right this minute.
Yes, sir.
And I would appeal to each and every one of us that's on this line. Do the same thing. Pull that out your card, out your wallet with like a badge of honor that you're a wealth builder. That you're a wealth builder.
Now,
Brother Jamil.
So can we all agree that we'll do that from wherever we are? And Moto, thank you. He says, yes, I'll get one. Yes, I got to have one. James Head III says it. Dante Taylor says, I keep my Wealth Builders Worldwide card with me. Get two. So he's going in to get another one. Pam Washington has hers. Antoine Flippin says, hello, Miss Sheila Galt, and congratulations on making Gold Manager. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Galt, for that great achievement in Carrot Bars. But everybody go in and get your Wealth Builders Worldwide card. Get it. And make sure that you treasure it and be proud to show it. Because to be a wealth builder is one thing, but to be a wealth builder outside of any boundaries or fences or walls and be a wealth builder worldwide, that puts you all over the globe in doing the right thing. Thank you, Mr. Thompson, for that uplifting announcement. And I want to make sure that Ms. Glassby says, I have my Wealth Builders Worldwide card, but it's in the safe. She's taking care of business. That's it. See, when you're the best from the West, the diva from the desert, that's what you do. You take care of your stuff in the safe, and that's how you keep it going. So, look, we're going to finish up this thing. Go back in, comment, let me know what you're saving, because today for us to save, for us to grow, for us to be thinking progressively is something many of us would never have imagined yesterday. We never would have imagined it, but our lives have changed for the better. And we won't just become people who get wealthy to take another rung higher on the level of consumerism. It's one thing if you just become a more expensive consumer. Of course, we have to participate in our daily lives, but we're far beyond just mere consumerism. We're far beyond just average sales and purchases. We are at this point moving into a new economy with new money to change for a new life. This is so exciting. Want to add Michael Carlos Muhammad. Y'all know Brother Michael Carlos Muhammad. We'll be with him there in Phoenix, Arizona. He adds 2.5 grams and he says, send a notice. Use your Carrot Bars MasterCard and it goes straight through. No bank delays and no fees. Thank you, Brother Michael Carlos, for that reminder. November 30th, we'll be seeing you there in Phoenix, Arizona. Also, from Rhonda Gail Turner Garner, she reminds us, yes, Pirates Nation has a WBW Wealth Builders Worldwide card. Be a wealth builder who is the founder of WBW, who is a Hamptonian, getting mine right now. Hampton Institute, is what she said. There you go. We got that going. Want to make sure I did it the right way. From Greg Steele, He got his WBW card when they first came out. I love it. That's what Sister Jacqueline reminds us. And thank you. That's the DMB family in the house. McDaniel Rawlings, that 5 gram is a shocker. I'll get one. Get one, dear brother. Marie Stafford, we the people of gold, cash, gold, and KYC, KCB, and KBC. We got more initials than anybody, and we're getting it in. It's not just alphabet soup. Each one makes progress for our people. A massive wealth transfer, John Leonard says. And of course, we want to please tell you the site to post your gold exchange. That's going to come up, Mr. Marshall. So make sure that you get on CaratBit, and you'll be able to see how to go to CaratBit.com as soon as we get toward the end of the broadcast. Is there a New York date yet? We're working on it right now, sister. In Wealth Builders, Mr. Thompson may be able to tell us that date in just a few moments. But Roger Williams, the Big Pill, says www.caratbit.com. That's it, www.caratbit.com. That's for you, Mr. James Marshall. And let's get on the exchange and make sure we know what's happening. Hey, the boss man, Kyrie, has joined us. Mr. Thompson, let's hear from you and young Kyrie. What's happening about this gold and what's happening with this wealth exchange, brothers? Obviously, he feels good about it, right?
That's right. You wanted to say something about gold? Not today? All right.
Well, don't worry about it. We got more Team Freedom leadership able to say something. Let's throw to our brother, another Hamptonite, another pirate in the house. He's Mr. Brian Battle, one of our great leaders and teachers of the principles and practicalities of what we do here at Karatbars International and Wealth Builders Worldwide and Team Freedom. Mr. Battle, come forward at this time, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Jamil Dynamite Muhammad. Appreciate you, brother. You did a phenomenal job hosting everything as usual. Appreciate you big time. I just want to, this is a phenomenal team, phenomenal event that we do. I'm just blessed, like I said, to be a part of this. All I want to share with everybody is that we got a fiduciary responsibility to share this with the world. We've been talking about how people are hurting out here. A lot of people are faking as if they're doing well, but when we get transparent with ourselves, there are people out here hurting. And we have to share this information about Karatbars with the world. By them just opening their minds up, understanding the message we have to share with them, they can be wealth builders just like we are and really change their lives. So we got to go out there and evangelize every single day the power of Karatbars, the power of wealth builders worldwide, how we incorporate our leadership, our upcoming leadership. Everybody who's on this call and people are coming aboard, they're leaders. We just got to share this with the world. And we got to understand that we got to do this every single day. There are people counting on us. There are people right now who are praying right now as we speak for a message from God, for something to come their way. And we got that message in our mouths. We got to share with people every single day. Yes, I saw a quote on Facebook the other day from Brother Ricardo Hamilton, and it said, in Karatbars, you get paid to care. If you care about people and you share with people, you're going to be a blessing to everybody across the world. And don't worry about, when you plant that seed about trying to manage the miracle. Let the miracle do what it has to do. Plant the seed, be like the bamboo tree, be like the stalk of corn. Just let it do what it does. And it's be blessing everybody. So I'm grateful to be a part of this team. And I tell you this, it goes beyond what we're doing as far as the gold piece. I know personally, being affiliated with a phenomenal team like this, we have so many people with so many gifts of information from all walks of life, all experiences, all different careers. I've learned so much in network marketing, affiliate marketing, that I'm able to take my jobs from working in corporate America, the knowledge I've learned from my leaders, where I've seen my income grow 10 times from the time I got started in corporate America to the point where I was making $300,000-$400,000 a year. If people understand that information that is being shared through wealth builders worldwide and how you can apply it to what you're doing in your job and become a better person at your job, you can take that income and put it right back into your business. Like Mr. Best says, allow your job to finance your dreams. So team, I appreciate, love everyone on here. I'm just grateful to be a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. Appreciate, love my brother there, brother 2X, man. Hey, we rocking and rolling, man. Brother Jamil, you my big brother, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Best, oh my God. I mean, I go on and on, Mr. Dalco. I mean, you gentlemen know how much we care and love you guys, because we look for leaders. When we came over here, we're looking for true leadership. and knowing your hearts and what you do for everybody across the board is just phenomenal. So I'm just grateful. Rodney Berger, you are the man up in New York. Sister Tanisha, what they call you? The diva from the desert. Oh my gosh, I love it. You know, when I see you, that's all I'm gonna call you going forward. And Brother Cal, you the young soldier, man, that's making it happen. So I appreciate everybody. That's all I want to say. God bless. We rocking and rolling. And we're gonna see everybody at the top as usual. God bless. Thanks a lot for the time.
God bless. I want to thank for a special inspirational quote. Mr. Battle, as always, well spoken and straight from the heart, straight to the point. I want to thank for an inspirational quote. Sister Colleen Muhammad of New York, she says, "No more me, me, me. Turn that M upside down and make it we, we, we. We got to get together." And that's just not for you French speakers. No, that doesn't mean we. It means we. Those of us who are working together to make a difference in our lives and the lives of other folks. So we're on the Gram-A-Thon. We're counting. The 6 o'clock count is now ready to come. In just a few moments, Mr. Berger will let us know when he's ready to give us a count at 6 o'clock. We'll then be able to continue, like Brother from Financial Freedom said, rocking the goal. We're going to continue. We don't stop. We may go off the air now. Oh, but Mr. Best told us that we could stay on until on the job until we reach the goal. And the goal is to make sure that we spread around the wealth of this transfer. When you got a new person that's been in business for 2 weeks, and now they begin to see that if somebody else came in business and ended up in their organization by spillover, they still might be able to receive. Huh? How does that work? I didn't do. Shh. Take that MasterCard and go get something that you need for your family. Save that gold and leave a legacy for your children. Get that cryptocurrency and be patient and wait for it to mature so that you can recognize a lifestyle change that will let everyone know that you knew and you tried to tell them. You tried to tell them. Well, let's keep on trying to tell folks. Let's keep trying to tell folks. This is a wonderful Gram-A-Thon. Thank you, Myrtle Placide, for your input here today. John Leonard, teamwork makes our dream work. You know that's right. And Marie Stafford said, my phone is broke. I need me a Carrot Bars phone. She telling the truth about that. My phone is broke too, sister, and we need to make sure we get this word out to everybody. Zachary Muhammad down there in Memphis, Tennessee. Good to hear from you, brother, along the banks of the muddy Mississippi, getting it in there in Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee. We appreciate it. We got our own money, baby. WBW money. WBW money is not just some fiat currency. It's real gold, made possible by the vehicle, Carrot Bars International. This is a great day to be doing what we do. So I want to ask you, Mr. Williams, you're there. You've observed and seen the growth of Carrot Bars and wealth builders worldwide. How is your take on the Gram-A-Thon and its direction now and going forward? What's your impressions of what we are doing here today? Mr. Roger.
Mr. Muhammad, it is absolutely astounding what is taking place. And it's really changing the mindset and the culture of the people, everyone that will listen. And as I just sit here and watch and take it in, I'm in awe at, the progress that everyone is making. 1 month, 2 months, a year, 3 years, almost 5 years that people have been connected with this great Carrot Bars universe and the carrot ecosystem. And it's changing lives of everyone that would dare put their hand to it. And as I looked up and saw 2X Thompson put his son on his lap, I reflected back at a day when my dad put me on his shoulders. We were standing on the tarmac in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and he was just saying, just be patient, just wait, just wait. And then he pointed to a jet that had landed. And he pointed and said, watch, there's going to be somebody coming off that plane. And he pointed to the man that came off the plane. I was standing, I was on his shoulders. We were standing probably maybe less than 200 feet away from the steps of the plane. And he said, look, that's the President of the United States. And ladies and gentlemen, that was John F. Kennedy. And that was a pivotal moment for me because you know what happened with John F. Kennedy. And for those of you that would dare to look into it, you'll find out why. And the very movement that we are a part of is one of the very reasons why John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Abraham Lincoln, same thing. They wanted to put the power of real money back in the hands of the people. So look, Kyrie, remember this moment, man, because this is the moment where real wealth, legacy, riches, and your wildest dreams was placed in your hands, just like you're on your dad's lap. Man, what a phenomenal thing we're doing here. Let's keep it going because it will never, ever stop. Thank you, Minister Muhammad. Back to you, my great man.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. We're going to go around the horn and hear words from our leadership. And I want to say a special, I've been given a message from the Gram-A-Thon mom herself, from Mrs. Shelby Casey Thompson. She wanted me to let you know that she is very sad that she couldn't be here with us today on air, but she's with us in spirit, and she's closer than we think. That sounds kind of ominous, Brother Kevin. I don't know what that means. When she says we're closer, I don't, hey, wherever she is, if she's anywhere nearby, just want to make sure she's all right. And the Gram-A-Thon mom is with us on the air today. But leaders, I want to hear from you as we go around the horn, just to let each other know what's happening. As soon as Mr. Berger finishes this report from the big board in New York City, we'll go to Mr. Thompson, we'll go to Ms. Glaspie, we'll go to Mr. Delco and Mr. Best, and we'll be prepared to wrap up on Mr. Best's instruction. But right now, let's go back to downtown the Battery in uptown Harlem. That means New York City is on the line with us. Mr. Rodney Berger has an update for us, and we want to hear him. Mr. Berger, what do we have from New York City?
Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much. And it's beautiful here today. It's nice and cool, perfect weather. Supposed to get some rain, but you know what? I love New York. So anyway, here in New York, we have reached at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We are now at 1,702.4 grams.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So I want to share something. Kevin Thompson said something that really struck out with me. I want to speak to those who are saying, well, I can't even afford a gram of gold. Okay, I want to speak to those people who are saying, maybe watching this stream or watching, because this will be put up on YouTube this evening once this is over. They're probably asking, well, what about me? I can't afford a gram right now. Well, let me show you something. If you all can see this, this is 1/10 of a gram of cash gold, and this is physical cash gold. Okay, this is 1/10 of a gram, and you can get this. Are you ready for this? For $5.
Yes, sir.
$5. Now, tell me, who cannot afford $5? If you can go to Starbucks, anyplace else, here's $5. So I want to speak to those. Anybody and everybody can afford gold. That's the powerful message the Herald site is telling everybody, that you can afford to acquire your gold and build wealth. And ladies and gentlemen, again, 1,002.4. Minister Muhammad, thank you so much for the privilege of being a part of this with you. You are amazing, sir. I know I said that word 1,000 times today, but you know what? It's the truth. You are amazing. We appreciate you. And I'm going to send it back over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Berger, I have to tell you a funny story about yourself you may not remember, but this is indicative of who you are. At Let's Go Weekend number 7 in Atlanta this past September, I saw you when I walked into the headquarters hotel. I was excited to see you. And so I ran over to you and I hugged you and I looked at you and I said, Mr. Berger, can I take a photograph with you? And you looked kind of bemused and puzzled and you said, okay, all right. And I introduced myself because it's sort of dawning on you the impact that you have. And you may think of yourself in humble, basic terms. But because of what you do in connecting people with the information that saves their lives, you are a vitally dear part of the lives of people in America and around the world. So, Mr. Rodney Berger, you're going to be seen by a lot of folks. And those folks are going to come up to you and love you for what you do. And they're going to love you for what you mean to them and what you've done for them by just doing what you called to do. So thank you so much for your contribution. And if I recall correctly, sir, you said 1,702 grams, 1,702.4 grams of gold at 6 p.m. today. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. And thank you for what you said. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. And if somebody can divide that 1702.4 by 31, let's see how many ounces of gold that is that we've saved for ourselves and our families today. Let's make sure we make it happen. Thank you, Mr. Dante Taylor in Oceanside, California, for the reminder that you can get a 1/10 of a gram of gold for just $5. A 1/10 of a gram of gold for $5. You can't beat that with a bat. And I'm telling you, there's so many things to do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So real. But Brother Jackie says so real. It's like they used to say G's in the South, G's in the city, G's in PA. So real. So real. That was back when you were talking about 25 lighters on my dresser, but nobody talks about that anymore because that's old school. But we want to make sure that we're moving together today in the right direction to get this thing done. So, as I said before, I promised you that we would go around the horn and that we would talk with our leaders about what your perspective is on this Gram-A-Thon and what you know, what you mean, what I know. Come on, Team Street Ministry, don't play with the old man just because we got the silver cloud. Anyway, let me just make sure we go back to our leadership. We'll go around the horn. And I want to say this man that I'm talking to and I'm about to bring to you is my sponsor and mentor in this business. And I, like you, Mr. Berger, I had a stupid attack that kept me out of the business, not just for 6 months, but for over a year. And this man was never rude to me. We saw each other moving around town. He'd always smile at me. How you doing, Jamil? I'd smile at him. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Goldman? And then when we sit back down together, he would always come back up and bring the point. And one day it snapped. And I understood and I got it. And I'm so thankful that he's helping to shape and mold me as a business person and as a man and as a brother and as a friend. I want to bring him to the podium now, to the microphone. Mr. Kevin 2X Thompson. Let's bring him on.
You know, I'm so humbled, Brother Minister, for you to even say those so kind words for me about me, because I mean, literally, you know, folks don't know that you've been mentoring me for the past 25, almost 30 years. You know, before we even had a chance to, you know, lay eyeballs on each other, I was always in your classrooms and listening to you from the back in the day with the VHS tapes. A lot of people on this don't even understand what that means, but it's an absolute honor to be walking this journey with you, soldier. An honor. And I mean, for those individuals who don't necessarily know, you know, when we talk about the reason why we do this, or the reason why we get involved, is because, you know, my why is right here. You know what I mean? I remember when I first heard about this opportunity and it was presented to me with one simple question. Would you rather have a garage full of products or a garage full of gold? And I thought about it at that very moment, that at that moment I had been saving in what I thought to be a life insurance policy for this one. And I thought that I was doing the right thing, putting away $60-some a month for, you know, the chance that something may happen to me so that he would have an opportunity that I didn't have. And then I found out about this opportunity and I said to myself, man, I could take that money and save it in gold. And if gold continues to do what it's been doing for the last 10 years, for the next 10 years, then he would be sitting on a small fortune. It was my why. And it was one of the best decisions that I ever made. And then I think back to the years that I had already put into that insurance policy, and them people ain't credit me nothing. They ain't call me back and say, well, since you ain't, you know, gonna keep, you know, this policy, here's a, you know, some back pay. They took my money and they ran with it. But now is sitting in his hands where it's supposed to be. So I appreciate the fact that, you know, we have the opportunity to change life. You know, for the simple fact that it's time for us to really make a whole new decision for the freedom of our people. You know, we came up with that amazing name for our group and our organization, Team Freedom, because freedom is an acronym. We all trying to get free, but we want a full and complete freedom. And freedom is the acronym that we represent, that we're finding real educated entrepreneurs to help develop some others into a millionaire mentality, a billionaire mentality, and then a trillionaire and on into the gazillionaire mentality. It's that time. So I thank you, Mr. Best. I thank you. I thank you so much for creating this legacy, this story that we have. I thank you, Mr. Delco, for having the integrity, for being the individual that you are, for putting in the work. You know, I thank my sponsor. I thank so many people. I thank you, Brian Battle, for being my partner, for being right there when I made the phone call. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth, and you was like, "Let's go." You know, and I thank you once again, brother Jamil. I thank you once again, brother, so much. What you want to say to
Thank
me?
you.
Real quick.
Anything, Karen?
And then
You said that?
Real quick, the people listening.
this is where we started. This is where we start. This is where we started from, and then this is where we got all the gold.
All right.
Thank you. All the gold is what we want to get. Thank you, Kyrie. That's executive leadership right there. That's decision making. And now I want to move to another gentleman because he's on the move, and we see him now. You all saw Goldfinger and From Russia with Love and Diamonds Are Forever, and you saw the Live and Let Die. You saw all the James Bond movies, but 007 was never as cool as the man I'm about to introduce to you right now. 007 never rolled out in a beautiful tweed jacket with the panoramic moon roof as the trees of suburban Georgia roll by in the vehicle. So I'm going to bring to you a man who's getting paid and has a compensation plan to live his life. I want to bring you to him now. You know him, Mr. Michael Delco. Mr. Delco, any parting words on today's Gram-A-Thon?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Muhammad. You spent 3 hours with us helping navigate through the Gram-A-Thon. It's awesome. I love this whole concept. And thank you for all the moderators and the people that joined us on the panel today. For everybody that saved a gram of gold, your family, your legacy, thanks you, because you're changing lives 1 gram at a time. And then finally, let me just say to Rodney Berger, you brought a special energy to the call today. We've had a lot of Gram-A-Thons, and we have a lot of fun about doing this. It's always been awesome. But for some reason today, you had a special sort of energy that just sort of changed the tenor and the temperature of the call. And it brought it more down to a reality because people are struggling. People are hurting. And gold represents your freedom. It really does. And so, man, some of the things you said tonight, it's like, I'm glad we had this on Facebook Live. If I can't sleep tonight, I'll go back in and just listen again. There were some critical moments where I think we touched millions of people's lives potentially over the course of time that this video will be reviewed on Facebook Live. So thank you for everything you do in the technology to make this fun, but also informative. And then finally, to Mr. Tabes, I don't have a sponsor that I can say thank you to. As odd as it seems, I was sponsored, and 40,000 people later, I still haven't been able to find my sponsor. And it's an interesting mindset that'll let a person build a massive team and not be here for the harvest. So you fill that gap in being me and Monisha's sponsor, and we appreciate you, man. We owe you a debt of gratitude. And so let me just say in front of everybody, thank you very much for everything that you continuously do to propel this team, Wealth Builders Worldwide, forward. Back to you, Minister Jamil.
Thank you so much, Mr. Delco. We appreciate you. And now we promised you that we would make another stop out in the Mojave, out in the desert there out west, to hear from our sister who leads in a very, very, very important way. She leads in a good way. She leads in the way of a leader who's experienced the challenges of the folks that she serves, and she reminds you what it's like to be a single mom, what it's like to be getting it done on your own, what it's like to be independent, and what it's like to be truly free. So, Ms. Tanisha Glaspie, if you're still on the feed, please come forward at this time. We'd like to hear a parting word from you about this call and what it means, this Gram-A-Thon, what it means to you.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Like Mr. Thompson said, I wanted to make sure I was leaving a legacy for my children. Number one, I had a free Fidelity account. I had a free Charles Schwab account. I had something else. I had an insurance policy as well. I was putting money into all of that stuff, and I have absolutely nothing to show for it. But now I have this to show. I have something that I can physically touch and leave for my children. I was getting ready to sign my life away. I was going to medical school. I was getting ready to put myself in $250,000 worth of debt for the next 5 years. I was going to miss the next 5 years of my children's life. And because of a simple Facebook post that my sponsor made on Facebook, my life has changed tremendously. And I want to thank her for that. Also, I lost thousands of dollars in my 401k back in 2008. So I was looking for a way to acquire gold. I was looking for a way to make money while I was asleep without actually physically working, because I was going to be in school 14 hours a day minimum, working 24-hour shifts. Everything that I was praying for and I was searching for in multiple different avenues, I found it all. I found the answer to everything in Karatbars. So whatever it is that you're looking for, it's right here. Just register for free. You have absolutely nothing to lose for free. So just do it. Get back with the person that has told you about this and get registered. Learn as you go. You have nothing to lose for free.
Nothing at all. Thank you, Ms. Glaspie. We really appreciate your input. And now I want to take us for concluding comments. We've heard from Mr. Roger Williams. We've heard from Ms. Tanisha Glaspie. We've heard from Kevin Thompson. We've heard all day from me, and bless your heart for being patient enough to do that. But I want to make sure we bring the man of the hour, the CEO, the founder, the creator of Wealth Builders Worldwide, and the visionary, who is taking the specifics of what we need to do and tailoring it. He's tailoring it, custom tailoring it to fit the needs of the community that he serves, and serves so well. I want to bring him forward at this time, our CEO, our leader, the founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide, Mr. Ty Best. Mr. Best?
I was doing good till Tanisha started talking. I said, I'm trying to not be seen crying all the time. Because that's not a good posture. I'm trying to man up here. And I was doing good till Tanisha started talking. And then she goes start the waterworks on me. I just feel blessed and humbled to be here, folks. Yeah, I stepped out on faith 35 years ago. I didn't see all this happening. Guy asked me a simple question about $1,500. I stepped out on faith. And so I want to say, this dream that we have, you have no idea where it's going to take you. I watched Mr. Kevin Thompson sitting there with his son. And I said, his son has no idea. I had no idea that in 4 years in this industry, at 32, my wife was going to retire. And then my son, who's now 33, has never known his mother to have a job. That's what freedom is. And then she wake up at 45 years old and pregnant, and we have another son. So now my two sons, they're best friends. And my 18-year-old, he didn't know what a job was till about 3 years ago. That's because of networking. And then I was able to help my mother retire at 60 years old. So she's now 81 years old. Bought a new home, bought a new Lincoln. Okay. And she's not concerned about much. Every week she'll call me and say something else. I said, Mom, don't worry about it. And I keep telling you, I got you. Okay. Other people got to worry about, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Okay. If I got it, You got it. That's this business, folks. That's this business. Oh yeah, the goal's great, but the fact that you're investing time in something that's a winnable part of your state, as Mr. Thompson said, can leave it to his children. You can leave it to your children and to your children's children. Okay? As Mr. Roger Williams said, and Mr. Brian Bowder said, all these folks are here sharing from their heart with you. What's at stake here? What's at stake is not a Mercedes and you get a bigger house. Man, we're talking about changing the world. I think about it took me 12 years of part-time effort to get free. I've been free for 20, I was free 18 years before Carabas came along. I've been free for 18 years before Carabas pulled me out of retirement, pulled me out of that semi-retirement state I was in, and got me fully back in the game. Carabas is the greatest I've seen in 35. You won't have to look any further. You don't have to investigate. You don't have to check it out. I'm here to tell you, after 35 years of experience, this is it. This is the Super Bowl. This is the World Series. This is the NBA Finals. This is the Stanley Cup. Okay? This is a soccer championship. This is it, folks. This is the World Cup. This is it of your life right here. This is it. Make all-out commitment. Yes, save gold, but that's a part of the process. Build this thing. Create financial freedom for you and your family. And then put yourself in a position to help so many other people in your community. Yeah, Tanisha Glass will say, yeah, make me cry. Because she's just one of millions of single moms out there who just looking. You talk to people got 2 or 3 jobs. Out there with 2 jobs, bro, looking for a 3rd one. Because they don't know anything else to do. Until somebody like you or me with a dream, a commitment to that dream and a passion come in their life and share it with them. So I want to thank everybody for participating. I want to thank all those folks who went in and got them 2/10 of a gram. I'm going to give you got 2/10. All those folks who participate, who play team and participate every single week in this Gram-A-Thon. Thank you, Ms. Shelby Thompson, for coming with this incredible idea. I think it was one of the most powerful ideas and concepts in the history of networking. I really do. Because not only do we team together and work together, we also have a full training and attitude session to process. And so hats off to everybody. Thank you again, Mr. Deisha Grasson. Thank you, Mr. And let me say something. I almost forgot. I'm glad I didn't. You know, people always ask me, why haven't you put together this site and all this kind of technology stuff before? I said, because you can hire anybody. I can hire any techno person to do certain things for a website. What makes Wealth Builder so unique is not the techno person. It's the fact we have a techno person, Mr. Rodney Berger, that's in the game, that's committed to what we're doing. See, that's different. I go hire somebody from Google. I go hire them right now to put together a website for me. But do he feel and understand what we're doing, what we're about? Okay. When I got to go, Mr. Delco, and all I said, Mr. Delco, we need a website, one place where I can get all the information. Mr. Delco threw something together, man, and he took took it to a 1 level. And then he ran across Mr. Berger, and Mr. Berger took us to a whole nother level. There's nobody's interested, folks, we got with that Wealth Builder Worldwide with my www.net site. My hat goes off to Mr. Berger and Cindy Berger, what they do with this website and how they keep us on the cutting edge of technology and what we're doing. Man, it's my hat's off to you, Mr. Berger. And Mr. Berger and Mr. Tisha Glassman send me in tears every time. So I've said enough, folks. Dream big. Don't let anybody steal your dream. See you tomorrow morning, 10:45 on the power call. And I see you in D.C. And believe me, when I'm coming to D.C. and I'm wide open, I'm coming to work. I'm not coming to sleep. So let's go. Back to you, Minister Brother Jamil. Man, what you do here, I don't know what to say. I mean, you do this like you've been doing this for 20-some years. You're just a professional, an expert. You keep this thing moving. The 3 hours go by like that. And the words, your mastery of words, you are truly a wordsmith. Yes, your master of words, your master of the English language, your master of painting the picture is unmatched, brother. So my hat's off to you, man. We couldn't do this without you. So please, thank you very much. Alhamdulillah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much, Mr. Best. I appreciate it. Let's get ready to wrap up, family. Let's remember, November 9th and 10th, Mr. Ty Best, Mr. Michael Delco, in the metropolitan Washington area. If you don't know how to get here, find us. contact us on Facebook, but be there. If the place is too small, we got to get a bigger place. If we plan big enough, we may have to plan bigger, but we can't miss this occasion. You can't miss it. You can't set your business back anywhere within a 4 or 5 hour drive. If you're in Cleveland, Ohio, get here. If you're in New York City, if you're in Hartford, Connecticut, get here. Norfolk, Virginia, get here. All up and down Atlanta, it ain't nothing but 85 and 95. By the time you listen to 2 OJ CDs, you'll be here by the time you're finished singing For the Love of Money. You need to be in Washington, D.C. next week in the 9th and 10th of November. Then make sure you plan and get your tickets early for Manifest. That's Let's Go Weekend number 8 in Atlanta, Georgia, April 12th and 13th. You cannot miss it. If you do, again, you're setting your business back too far. And oh yes, I just see from the chat room, of course, New Jersey, we're looking for you next week. We're looking for you, Atlanta. We're looking for you, Charlotte, North Carolina. We're looking for you in effect. So let's stay together. I'm not Al Green, but let's stay together. And let's make sure we do the right thing for the right reason with the right people in the right time. And we're sure to have the right outcome. Thank you for coming to the Gram-A-Thon this week. We'll see you again next week on Saturday the 10th. Let's get it in. Let's make sure we stay on top of things. Thank you, family. Peace and blessings to one and all. Ahoo.
Ahoo.
Let me just make a quick note. You can continue to input your grams until midnight tonight, and we'll give the final count tomorrow on the power call. So keep submitting your grams until midnight tonight, Eastern time. And again, everybody, thank you, Brother Jamil, and we appreciate y'all.